group using the Q3 world patch updates for 2023. So hopefully they are enjoyable and not terrible. And I don't know, they make the game a little more interesting. There's a lot of stuff at play. You don't have to worry about knowing all of it. It will just sort of happen as it happens in play. All right. So today's fact exploration question is: have you forgiven someone who refused to apologize for hurting you? Damn. Okay. So while you ruminate on that, would anybody, for a point of inspiration, which can be used to now re-roll? That's what inspiration does. So if you fail a d20 check, you can re-roll that d20 check. If you had disadvantage and you failed, you re-roll with disadvantage. If you had advantage when you failed, you get to re-roll the whole check. You get to re-roll both dice. So, yeah. Keeping in mind, though, that inspiration do get reset at the end of a long rest. Fortunately, you guys have just completed a long rest, so that would mean nobody has any. So this would be a great time to start bulking back up on your inspiration. If you're interested in giving the recap, go ahead and throw a d20 into chat. All right, Dunbar with 13. Going once, going twice. Oh, okay. Zen Action Heroes coming with a 5. All right. Not the usual people that give the recap, but I'm okay with it. All right. Going once, going twice. Dunbar, let us know what happened last time.
Do you actually want me to do the recap? As
No,
Dunbar?
it's up to you. It's up to you.
No, I think once was funny more than
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Was
Okay, fair enough.
bothersome. Okay. So last session we were getting our teeth kicked in by a dire wolf and its pack. Last I checked, wolves don't summon bats. And we were all in various places of either fight or flight after we just got hammered. I was more concerned about trying to get Dunbar back up, but Anne is a machine and just fucking went for it. And Robin backed her play, but whatever we threw at that direwolf just wasn't connecting. And Robin is definitely smarter than the rest of us because she figured out real quick that wasn't a direwolf, that was Strahd. And we were so gung-ho trying to get what we needed for Minodora that we didn't stop to think that the whole setup was a little weird. But despite it being touch and go there for a minute, we did come to an understanding with Strahd, and we were able to explain away things as a misunderstanding. I don't know how that's going to impact our interactions with him in the future, but he's no fucking joke. We did learn some things, so we'll have to see how that plays out in the future. And after we came to our understanding, he was generous enough, or just saw an opportunity to get a problem off his hands, and provided us with a werewolf in human form who was sleeping. And we had to decide what we were going to do in that moment. Whether we were going to try and keep them alive and get a heart as fresh as possible, or avoid any further complications. And after discussing it, Robin removed their head and harvested their heart. I did not like the fact that Baratheon had just stood by and watched us get overrun by zombies and then nearly turned into puppy chow for the wolves I told them they could go observe someplace else. So that's we'll see how that shakes out long term. After we sort of regrouped, we had to figure out where we were going. We were in no shape to try and continue camping out, so we ended up heading back to Jenny Green Tea's cabin. And along the way, we acquired a Buster Sword. Some poor bastard was cosplaying and got zapped here, and now Robin's 10% cooler.
Mm-hmm.
We were able to remove a blight infestation, or I don't know what you want to call them, but they were trying to lie in wait and jump us, but we jumped them instead. It was over pretty quick. Now we're at Jenny Green Tea's again. Got about 20 hours before the next, before the full moon, and we gotta make preparations to rest up and see if we can't help Minodora through this. Who knows?
Okay. Yeah, go ahead and take your DM inspiration or factspiration if you would prefer that. And if anybody is interested in answering the factspiration question, throw a d20 into chat. It's a d8 that'll last the whole session or until you use it. Can be used after the roll. Can be used as a reaction. Well, I mean, it's always been just a free action. Never mind. Anyways. All right. Wayne with a 15. Tilted 1. Wayne, going once. Going twice. All right. Wayne, answer the question.
I still haven't forgiven my father for what he did.
So, have you forgiven anyone who refused to apologize for hurting you, though?
I don't know if I've forgiven, but I've come to terms with my last relationship, how it ended badly. I don't know if I've forgiven them, but I'm at peace with it, I guess.
Okay.
It was kind of a complicated mess, but that's what it was. But yeah, still hate my dad.
You may ask the same question of any NPC you've met previously.
I would ask that of Rose of the Valley.
Oh man. Has Arena forgiven someone who refused to apologize for hurting her? Yes. She forgave Eastmark because when they were younger, he sort of lived in both the shadow of his mother's death and his father's obligations, and she was just sort of this out of nowhere adopted kid sister kind of thrust into his life, and everyone kind of gravitated towards her and liked her, and she did not have that same burden that he did. And there were times where that that cruelty of children kind of reared its ugly head, and he was very cruel to her, but she was able to sort of see through that and understand where that pain and that resentment was coming from. And while he never apologized for those times, she readily forgave him for them. So, all right, we will resume play. Here at Jenny Green Tea's, you guys arrived and were settling in for the night with the intention of waking up, I believe, and then you had that day before the full moon. That sounds right. All right. So let me grab calendar. There we go. Okay. Yeah. So tonight is the night. We'll assume that you guys slept for about 6 hours. Oh wow. I was able to advance the clock and not have the whole world stutter to a halt and nearly implode on itself.
Question about long resting. Um,
Yeah,
does
yeah.
the draining of my max HP come back from this long rest or no?
Correct. Yes.
Okay.
Yep. And Wayne, you're gonna get the inspiration for the recap. You're not gonna immediately lose it to the long rest, obviously. Man, that would have been terrible. Okay.
It would have been on par with the campaign so far.
Oh, or that time that Hellborn and friends were promised all this treasure, but then the treasure just disappeared because it was an illusion. Man, you want to talk about trust issues? Wow, wow.
Hey,
Anyways,
that's a don't blame me, blame WotC for that.
Okay. I do. When I listened to Jeremy Crawford give DM advice for an hour today at work, I was like, yeah, you son of a bitch. You took Hellborn's treasure away. All right. So, you awake in the morning, and there are gentle pollen puffs and spores floating around. There is only a light drizzle, and overall, it has the moist and humid sort of feel of a late summer Pacific Northwestern kind of morning. There's just like there's just a dew clinging to everything, but yet at the same time there is a freshness in the air from all the pine, and maybe today will be all right. Minodora did not sleep well at all and has not recovered any exhaustion, but did not gain any exhaustion either. So I guess she has the prerequisite 2 that she has to have going into this. Now, we've discussed that mechanically she is a young girl trying to make a pretty big saving throw. So I believe somebody gave her an inspiration at the end of last session.
Yeah.
Or a fanspiration. So we got that. Were there plans today to speak with Jenny about possibly juicing this kid to help her with her saves?
Or
I
leave that
think
to
so,
Taylor.
yeah. Yeah, I mean, we've been through hell to try to save this girl, so we try to exhaust
Okay.
every opportunity.
All right.
And she knows that Jenny's a kind-hearted individual with a soft heart for children. So.
True. Okay. Well, she is willing to spend the day brewing a potion of heroism, which would give her the benefits of bless for essentially the whole ritual, giving her an extra 1d4 to the saving throws that she has to make. So that's what she could do to help with this. And then I guess during the day, I don't know. Like, you can't really help to give a bonus on saves, but I think now you can in the new world patch doc, actually.
The help action.
Yeah, I think the help action or the medicine lets you help with saves now.
Let's
see.
consult our Zen action hero.
Yeah. I think he has an entry for medicine and for the new help action.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Where's
Oh, and you guys could bolster her, so that'd be another +1.
Here's the help action.
Okay.
The booster says a D20 check, and
It's
not
medicine.
really a save.
Well, a save is a D20 check, though. An ability check is not a saving throw, but a roll 20 check is anytime you roll a D20 to confirm something.
What do you call it? D20 test?
Yeah, they call it a D20 test. They call it a D20 check, but yeah. It says, let's see, help action. Provide an adjacent creature a bonus equal to your proficiency bonus to their next saving throw or ability check, provided it makes the D20 check before the start of your next turn. All right, so there's that. And then a
Medicine.
lingering save. Can help with a lingering save.
All right, so the only thing we really do is help.
Help and bolster, maybe. Let's
Help
see.
and bolster. I don't know. Can these things bolster and help both stack?
Yeah, yeah. It just says to your next 20 roll, only usable in combat. All right, so
Okay.
one of you have to punch someone else in the face. Okay, cool.
All right, who's punching the girl?
I would say that this counts as a time-sensitive encounter.
Yeah,
So
she might need
yeah.
a good, spanking,
Yeah.
for biting me.
Well,
You can't.
I will help getting her exhausted.
That little brat butt bit me.
Yeah. I mean, in a more gritty game, you'd probably have some horrible disease from being bit by a human being on your calf, like all sorts of infections and stuff. But I feel like in a game with magic rabies and everything else, getting bit by a person is probably the lowest thing to worry about at this point. All right. Okay, so then technically, what your proficiency bonus is a +3. And then the bolsters. It's a +4 plus 1d4, y'all. Now, admittedly, -2 because of the exhaustion.
Plus 3, good for something.
I think that can only be used on skill checks.
Oh, dang.
Hold on. Let me give her a long rest. I have a macro for it now. Makes me happy.
You're just gonna make 2 of these checks, right? One to
Yeah,
fight off the
she has-
disease, and one not to die.
Just try your best, which is reroll any ability check, and then she has good for something, which is also ability checks. I mean, them commoners, they're trying their best.
Crash, is there a way to edit a wound under passive effects? I'm trying to, but I'm not seeing the obvious fix.
What's
'Cause I would recover. I had 3, so I would have beat down to 2 from the night's sleep.
Oh,
So-
they would be. They're in your features. They're under features.
Yeah, you just delete two of the features.
Yep.
Like off your sheet.
So if you go to the features tab, your wounds should be in there somewhere. Down at the bottom. See how it has wounds and then parentheses 3.
Well, the 3 is
Yep.
because it's 3 HP now because of the
Yeah.
level.
So when you delete those, their associated effect will be removed as well.
Yeah, but it would only clear 1 wound, though.
Right.
How many wounds are you
Well,
getting
see-
rid
Wouldn't
of?
I just edit
Oh.
it to like 2?
Oh, sorry. The reason that it says wound 3 is to remind us that the wounds are more impactful because everyone's got proficiency level 3 now.
Yeah. It's not that you have 3 wounds on you.
Yeah.
If
The
you had more than
wounds-
1 wound, there'll be a bunch of them.
Yeah,
Just
the wounds scale as you guys go up.
Oh,
So
okay.
Yeah,
Mhm.
each wound is
So I
3
had 2
HP
wounds,
off
not
of us.
3.
right. Yeah, it's a single wound that's impacting you times 3 essentially.
Okay, that was my misunderstanding.
But it's huge now against like weaker monsters. Like those wolves that were getting wounds were losing like 3 off their max health. They didn't even have a lot of health to begin with. Like, it's also just supposed to make wounds terrible at every level. That's the main reason. So yeah, there's really no other reason for it, but that's the main reason. All right. So yeah, good for something and try your best wouldn't work for the saves, but still 1d4 plus 4 to offset the -2, plus you're brewing the tea, with both ingredients. So I think you're gonna be okay.
She has a inspiration to reroll.
And she has 1 fanspiration to reroll. Yep. Okay.
Man, Dunbar getting rid of the wounds.
Yeah, well, I mean,
Yeah.
we're in a sanctuary.
Nice. Yeah. Okay. Then if you'd like, you guys have the day. You can spend it getting wounds treated. You could spend it doing crafting, downtime activity. You could just fucking rest. Whatever you need to do. I also heard from Lauren. This year will not stop kicking their butt. They are in the ER right now, not for themselves, but for someone else. More
dang.
news to come. So.
Okay.
Started with that bicycle accident, and it's just never gotten any better. So I don't know if that was this year or last year. I think it all happened this year.
I think it all happened this year.
Yeah, it's a bad year for them. It's a good year for video games though. Trying to find a silver lining there. Anyways, action hero will watch calmly from this wagon in case anybody needs anything. Sweet. Okay. I will advance to the evening hours then, if you're ready, to moonrise. There's a button for that. There we go. Dusk. Does dusk work? Yeah, there it goes. Okay. All right. Do we need like creepier music? Hold on. I don't know, this sounds dangerous. Okay. This says it will activate our higher minds and put us into a trance. So if it starts to affect you guys in a bad way, let me know. We'll change it. Okay. It also has a special guest from Skull and Shackles on vocals. There he is. All right. So you set this kid up.
She would have to spend a day. It was three exhaustion, right? We had to get her to.
Let me check.
I'm pretty sure it was 3.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was 3 also.
We would have spent a day. We would have spent a day getting her to 3.
Yeah.
All right.
We'll take her for a long walk.
Here, do laps around the hut.
You are right. Yeah. At this point, it wouldn't be too hard to do that because she's pretty fucking worn out from everything. Here we go. Exhaustion 3. Get rid of 2. All right. Okay. And then she's got bless. Okay. Who is attending to the child? You need to be close enough if you're offering bolsters. You have to be within, 30 feet. If you're offering help action, you need to be within 5 feet. Somebody will need to administer the silvered nails.
Well, I've came this far with a kid. All right.
Okay.
Can't get any worse. She's already bit me.
She looks at you and she says, "Mr. Leo, I'm scared. You keep saying that the nail's gonna go in my brain. Is it gonna go in my brain?"
Oh, no. Not that far.
Are you sure? I saw you throw an axe with a rope attached to it, and I lost a lot of confidence in you when you did that.
Whoa.
It's going into your sinus cavity.
I mean, it's still attached to the rope. It came right back.
So Taylor, you see Jenny reaching for one of her favorite child skulls from a shelf. Probably to try and comfort Minodora by showing her what her skull looks like. Do you go to stop her or help her or?
No. I mean, Taylor's very used to the
Okay, yeah. She comes.
treatments of Jenny.
Yeah, she comes over and says, "Oh no, don't worry. Hey, look, this is your skull. See?" And she holds up a child's skull. you aren't familiar with children's skulls, they are horrifying because they have teeth growing out of them, because all your adult teeth just hang out in your skull until they're ready to pop out. So it's like real scary looking. Mina's eyes go wide as Jenny says, reaches out with her extra jointed fingers to take the nails and starts poking it in and out of the sinus cavity of the skull. Just like this. In it goes. No brain.
I don't think we need a demonstration, Jenny.
Oh, wait, of course. You sure you have this?
Leo, if you're not 100% sure of this, there's no shame in asking for help from others. I mean, we kind of didn't look at all the possibilities, all the dimensions with Jason.
Here, I will mark the insertion spots on her. And then with some ink, she marks the spots on her, the bridge of her nose sort of area, and then the sternum of her chest. You'll need to be strong enough to push the nails in quickly, but have a steady hand so it does not go the wrong way. You could... She looks at the girl. Hurts her if it goes in the wrong way.
Of course, you don't want anything going in the wrong hole.
All right, if you think you got it.
Right, I got a steady enough hand. No, strength.
Leo.
Yeah, wait.
There's no shame in asking for help. If you're not 100% on this, maybe someone else might be able to assist, or I don't know. I'm not strong, but I'm deft. Maybe somebody else might be a better fit. I don't know. I'm kind of thinking about what happened with Jason, and
I mean, we all worked together on Jason. Yeah, I mean, we all gave an effort. Did what we could. This is just no different, Wayne.
Sure.
Taylor tosses Jenny a look as she walks by, like, Leo definitely does not have this.
By deafness.
They're referred to athletics, and sleight of hand would be useful for this. Wow, Victor and Irina spent the whole day trying to get rid of their injuries, and that was not happening.
I mean, I'm pretty athletic.
All right.
And it's gonna go over and just put a hand on Leo's chest and push him aside.
Okay. Okay, I'll be here, Irina says, in case you need anything. And you can hold my hand the whole time, okay? And Victor tells you, Anne, that he has completed work on a new spell that will aid in the accuracy of your strikes. Maybe it could help with the Dale. All right.
She's gonna sit down next to them and say, to I guess Leo probably had nails in hand. She's gonna hold her hand out for the nails from Leo.
Okay. Now it's good that she got this potion of heroism, because it gave her 10 temp HP, and each nail is going to do 1d6 damage, which might have killed her with her 4 child hit points.
All right, all right. Leo hands the silver nails over to you, and kind of crouches down next to the girl. All right, just close your eyes and think about something else. Keep your mind occupied.
Okay. 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 All right. So I will need a persuasion, or nature, because we no longer have handle animals, to keep Minodora calm, while these nails are inserted. Are there any volunteers for that task?
So, question: I am
Wayne?
born on a farm ability. Let me just hold on. Put that out there. Would this help in any way? Because the problem is like with um, animal handling gone.
Yeah. Let's see. You have a way with animals, non-aggressive, non-controlled beasts are friendly towards you. You can grant yourself guidance expertise to any D20 test involving social skills or social interactions with beasts. That's gonna be a social interaction with a beast. Children are beasts. Yeah, that makes sense.
What?
Okay.
I thought we were trying to keep her from becoming a beast.
Nah, listen. If you're around enough kids, you know what I'm talking about. Okay, you've been a child. You know they're animals. You know they're wild animals. All
All
right.
right. So would that be an intelligence, or that could I argue for charisma in terms of like persuading her to be cool through the process?
Yeah. So you could do, like I said, you could do nature or you could do persuasion. Either one would have advantage if you use that ability.
All right. Well, let me burn it.
Okay.
All right. So with advantage. All right.
All right.
I'll do persuasion.
Okay. Okay. She is still pretty upset. Dunbar kind of moves in, tries to offer some therapy there, but she is definitely with the 12 that you rolled, still feeling terrified of the prospects
All
of what
right.
is about to
Let's
happen.
re-roll it.
He also
Let's
gets a
burn that demon
D4.
inspiration.
He gets a D4 to the check. You can't grant yourself guidance / expertise.
Oh yeah.
And
So give me,
advantage.
roll a D4 on there too. Trying to get this guy to a 15 at least.
Reroll the
All
die.
right. Let's burn that demon
Reroll.
inspiration then.
Okay. Okay, much better. So yeah, your 19 is enough. She is calm. She is controlling her breathing. And I don't think that I need an athletics check from you. You are strong enough that you could just push these into her tiny skull with your fingy. So instead, we're just going to need a sleight of hand.
All right.
The DC is going to be a 15.
All right.
To make sure that you're inserting them straight into the mark spots.
Let me just check if we have any extra fanspirations, because I may want to use one on this. I don't want to.
That'd be fair.
Well, you can roll.
We have 4.
You do them after the roll. So if you don't make it, you can just do it after the roll.
All right. Here's the sleight of hand.
This is some strong Pulp Fiction vibes.
Okay. No problem. Okay. Leo, I feel like you should be helping in some way. Give us 2d6 damage for the nails. Good God, Leo. All right. So he burns all of the temp HP from the potion of heroism, and there's some blood. There's a lot of blood. She begins panting. Tears are kind of streaming down her face, and the moon begins to rise. Who has brewed the tea? There's no skill check involved. You're here at like the best alchemist herbalists in the whole region. So,
Yeah. I just get the tea.
Okay.
I've made tea before. I'm good at this, I promise.
All right. So you bring her over the tea. All right. She drinks down the tea. The tea will lower the DCs of these checks from 15 to 10.
Just as eat heart.
Okay. So while she is, Yeah, while she's drinking this tea, she is having to scarf down this relatively fresh human heart. It is a process that is gag worthy. Wayne, we will need another persuasion from you to coax her into doing this. She could do this.
Can I use another instance of born on a farm, or?
Yeah, if you have them to burn, yeah.
I do.
All right. Many times as a child, you had to get other children to eat hearts. I mean, that makes sense. All right. Give me that check with advantage and a D4. Okay. All right. She between your encouragements and calming words and everyone else here for support and Dunbar, she chokes down the heart. Which we know that a human heart weighs only about a pound. So, you know, she gets it down. Drinks the thing and it's good. At that point, with the moon rising, she hunches over and lets out a terrible, bone-chilling scream as she begins to sort of convulse in on herself. You see her eyes open wide and change from human eyes to lupine wolf eyes. You see her lips curl back and her teeth start to grow sharper, and you can hear, and those of you who are laying hands, you can feel the bones of her body shifting under the skin and flesh. All right, who would like to roll the d20 for her first saving throw? This is against the curse of the body. If no one would like to roll it, I could roll it. I didn't know if you guys wanted it in your hands or not.
Anybody care if I roll it?
Sure, I'll roll the d20.
I was going to say.
Oh, what? You roll it? Okay.
Darby, because
Go
this is
for it,
Jason's.
Darby. Yep.
Okay.
Right, Darby,
do it for Jason. Do it for Jason.
All right, 1d20, right?
1d20. Yep. Oh, all right. So you were trying to hit a 10. So even with a 1d4 minus
3.
Oh, sorry, 1d4 plus 1, right? Because it's a d4 plus people using the help action on her, which is a plus 3, plus a bolster. So yeah, it's a 1d4 plus 1. So you definitely made it. All right. You see her fighting hard against the curse. You see the fangs begin to shrink. You see her nose stop sort of turning up and extending out and start pushing back in towards her face. But that glow, that feral shine in her eyes is still there. She must now save against the curse of the mind. Thanks to the pure silver that was added to the tea, this DC is also only a 10.
Go for it, Darby.
All right,
Yep.
she's got this.
Oh, she has a reroll.
Yes, a mulligan.
All right. She's going to use her inspo to reroll.
No time we're at the present.
Okay. And then a d4 plus 1.
Oh.
Woo! Oh my god. All right. With that, you see the shine fade from her eyes. They look around, relieved, and then she passes out. In the distant woods, you hear the mournful cry of wolves waking up to the fullest of full moons. But Minodora will not be joining them. from behind you, Jenny says, I knew you could do it. Great job, everyone. Why don't you come inside? I have some snake sandwiches. We can put her to bed early, let her rest. I will get out the moonshine.
Oh, did someone say moonshine? I think you guys deserve a drink.
Taylor starts running in. She's telling everyone, "Get ready. These are the best sandwiches you're ever gonna have."
All right. So, congratulations. I think everybody gets an inspiration for that. There's no need for you guys to long rest again tonight, so you could actually hold on to those. You could just have a normal night tonight. Or we'll just give it to you tomorrow morning when you wake up. There you go. You guys spent a lot of time, a lot of resources, a lot of heartache to try to save this little girl from lycanthropy, and you have succeeded. I guess the big question you need to ask yourselves is, what do you do with her in the morning?
I feel like this is a conversation that we can have over moonshine and snake sandwiches.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Do we really want to not take another long rest since we have two?
Yeah, I thought
We
that
have two companions that are.
Oh
still
yeah,
have
no,
lived, right?
That's why I talked my way through it. I was like, oh no, you should definitely take another long rest, and then you can just have the inspiration in the morning. So.
Well, I thought we were gonna stay here until we were fully healed up. That's kind of what Jenny
Okay.
said to do last.
In that
session.
case,
fully healed up, dude.
In
We're
that
gonna be here a
case,
long time.
I will put the Minodora, inspiration will be waiting for you guys when you decide it's time to leave Green Teeth Enchantments. All right.
Yeah, I mean, I know you're pretty fucked up, but I'm not that fucked up.
Yeah. Everyone minus Leo. Maybe get a handle of each other and.
Well, every day we could pour magical healing from the flask into your broken leg and ribs. So that may speed up the recovery quite a bit.
That's a good point.
After the next day, I still have one more room to clear before we get to start doing that.
Did you roll your Constitution save for the last one?
Yeah,
Because you lose
did.
2 for.
Yeah, I had 3 wounds.
Oh, you lose. So you lose one automatically, and then you roll a con save, and it's a 15, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. And then if you pass it, you can get rid of another wound.
Yes.
Correct.
Okay. What kind of condiments does Jenny put on these snake sandwiches?
Oh, definitely an aioli. Definitely an aioli. And by that I mean a season. It's a seasoned lard. It's, but it's an aioli.
So did she like strip the flesh off the snake's spine, or is it just like bones and all just smack on bread or what have you?
Yeah, I mean they're probably better in a hot pot than they are on a sandwich.
Yeah, so
yeah, but you can't have the aioli if it's in a hot pot.
Listen, this is a sandwich unlike any other you've ever had. This is not an ordinary sandwich, Wayne. So, Listen, I'm gonna walk you through the whole fucking experience since you asked. Okay. So buckle in.
Okay.
All right. The bread has been handcrafted from ancient grains, gathered from the forest, baked in an earthen oven, fueled by twigs and leaves from the oldest trees of the forest. It's a dark, dense loaf with a crust that crackles like the forest floor and an interior as soft as moss. And the filling, the main ingredient, is snake meat, sourced from the venomous serpents that slither through the underbrush. Jenny, with her age-old wisdom, knows precisely which snakes possess the most tender and flavorful meat. Once chosen, the snake is humanely dispatched, and its meat is marinated in a potion of wild herbs, berries, and forest spring water. The marinated meat is then grilled over an open flame, infusing it with a smoky essence. The condiments are wild garlic and forest mushrooms, foraged at precisely dawn. They are sautéed in butter made from the milk of forest goats. This mixture is spread generously over the grilled snake meat, with a dollop of berry jam, made from the darkest and sweetest berries of the forest, added for a hint of sweetness, balancing out the savory flavors. The final touch, it's adorned with fresh leaves and edible flowers, hand-picked by Jenny herself. Not only do these add a burst of color, but they bring out the subtle flavors and aromas of the forest. As you bite into the sandwich, you're not just tasting food, you're experiencing a piece of the forest's soul, a tale of its mysteries, the magic of Jenny's culinary prowess.
Damn.
Yeah.
Told you they're good.
I didn't mean to turn it into a wilderness scene, but you know, there we were.
I was taking out a trip right there.
Yeah, right.
I mean, no, that was amazing. Thank you.
So you guys spend the night eating sandwiches, drinking moonshine. There's not enough society here to do a carousal, unfortunately. But Leo, I have insider info that if you wanted to hook up with Jenny Greenteeth, you could do so with very low DC to your persuasion check. No, no one. Okay, so you guys would probably wake before Minodora, and the question of what to do with the 9-year-old from Milford, Delaware, would be hanging in the morning air.
Well, obviously we would take her to Kressek. I mean, we're heading there anyway.
Wait, you.
Okay, well, if we're heading there, she comes with us. But what are you saying? We leave her in Krezek?
Yeah, you see what the shit that we do?
You could leave her here.
I don't know about that. I mean,
oh, hold on. I mean, that's a little unfair. I mean, Taylor turned out just fine. I mean, Taylor, you had good experience growing up here, right?
Yeah, yes, this is pretty good.
But
well, she just needed to stay here forever. But you could just leave her here, and when you find a way to go back to Earth, you could grab her.
But Leo, just to.
I mean, in Krezek, she might have kids she could play with her own age.
I think you're being a little limited in your scope of vision. I could put Dunbar someplace where he might technically be safer. But we've seen that the Dark Lord can get anywhere, get to anybody. Honestly, I feel Dunbar's a lot safer right next to me, even in the thick of a fight. And it might be worth considering that maybe the best way you can look after Minodora is if you keep her in your sight. Right next to you.
In the thick of it? In the middle of gunfire and, wolves that turn into bats?
That can happen anywhere. But if something happens to her because you weren't there,
well, I mean, nothing like that happened while I was in Valakai. I mean, once you guys showed up, some weird stuff happened, but
I was terrified. It's not that I didn't trust you, Leo. I was terrified when I was in the church with Taylor and Ludmilla was there and was talking about Dunbar. She was talking about things that she shouldn't have been able to know. And I was scared to death that something had happened to Dunbar. And if something had, I never would have been able to forgive myself. And if you feel an ounce of responsibility for Minodora, I think you should consider long and hard keeping her by your side. I honestly feel that that we can do a better job looking after her in this messed up world than just leaving her by her alone somewhere. Who knows what she could get into? Because we don't know anybody in Kresik. We have no one that we can trust. Sabbath? I mean, don't even get me started on organized religion, okay? I think she's safer with us.
I just figured a town would be safer than out here in the middle of the woods with bright monsters and eating these weird sandwiches. And I don't really think we're that safe. It seems like we always run into stuff. And I mean, I haven't adopted the kid.
Why don't you ask her what she wants to do?
Sure, yeah. We can ask Brett.
Excuse me?
Nothing. All right. I'll see what she's up. We still going to this cart, or are we going to Kresik? Or are we going somewhere else?
Honestly, I think once you're well enough, maybe we should seriously consider going to that tower.
It's going to be a while on a leg. I mean, broken limbs, they're a slow healing process. Don't help getting older. By inches, of course.
Irenia is like, what do you mean? Victor's already fixed his ribs.
Victor he's special. He's actually like, I've
Wait
never met anyone like him.
Are you making up excuses because you don't want to go on any more adventures with us?
I'm not making excuses. I'm just saying, I'd rather not, lose an arm or have a second head.
Because it only took like 2 days with this Davian's flask to cure Victor's broken ribs. I mean, we could have you patched up like really quick.
That flask, is that special?
Yeah, it's magic.
I mean, we don't see very much magic in our, where we come from. I mean, Victor's pretty amazing.
Alright, with her 6 wisdom, she's gonna insight you, because she thinks that you're a coward. Alright, you can give me a performance or deception. Or cop to the truth.
You try to play it cool.
Okay, alright. Somehow, against all odds, she sees through it. And she says, it's okay to be scared. We've lost so much, but you need to come with us to Kresik at least. If you're too afraid to go to the tower, maybe we can convince the others to wait till later and just go to Kresik now.
Just a lot of stuff happened. It rattled you, I thought you'd be, you've had your moments. I'm having a moment.
I definitely had my moments, yep. When I was crying on the corpse of my beloved horse, next to the petrified statue of my brother and the petrified broken remains of your friend who was very kind to me, I feel like maybe something broke deep inside me that might never be fixed again.
Are you trying to one-up my sadness right now?
No, I'm just saying that I feel
She's
like
got your sadness beat by miles.
I just feel like you get to a point where it's like, can you even be scared anymore? Can you even be sad anymore? You know?
Oh, well, I think you could still be scared.
It was pretty scary when all them bats came. It's a lot of bats.
Yeah, and somehow they only give you up taps and not the rest of us.
Well, I mean, they didn't kill Minodora either. So maybe Strahd just trying his best not to hurt young ladies.
That's awful rude to Anne and Robin.
They're kind of not really ladies in a, you know, they're more like women, you know. And she kind of flexes her muscles at you.
And sees
think you're gonna win
Irina
that
flexing
argument,
muscles.
Uh-huh.
And sees Irina flexing muscles, and then walks up and is going to go ahead and use her.
Oh,
bodybuilding
nice! I love it. Okay, beautiful.
To tell her about her form.
Okay, all right. Oh man, she blushes, but listens to your sage advice. Tries her best to flex, according to the proper techniques. Victor strategically finds something else to do. He must gather reagents from the edge of the clearing, far away from Anne and her muscles.
Yeah, you guys figure out where we're going. I'll follow along. I'll go see what Minodora wants to do, wherever we go.
Okay.
Minodora, you know, Leo,
if
if you're scared, you can probably just stay here. I mean, Jenny seems to really like you.
I think maybe we need to give him some space. I think being called out on his business is giving him some feelings.
Leah, you find Minodora.
He's giving Jenny some feelings, so.
You see Minodora enjoying porridge with diced apples and raisins, and heaps of brown sugar. And as she sees you approach, or what we hope is brown sugar, and as you approach, she looks up at you and she says, I had a good night's sleep for once. I feel a lot better. I'm ready to go to Kresik when you guys are. Or the tower. Whatever you want to do.
Babe, that doesn't look like I make decisions around here. So kid, where do you want to go?
Well, I was thinking that even though you did a lot for me, I don't really think there's much I can do for you guys. But I also know that there are a lot of other kids that are stuck with the werewolves, and I know that you guys have a lot of things that you have to do. But I heard people talking, and they said that the people of Kresik hunt werewolves, so I was going to, when we got there, I was going to ask the people there to help the kids that got captured. And if they needed a guide, I would take them to at least try to remember where it was.
Don't worry, I bet we could run into something or someone who could guide us there. You don't have to worry about, wandering around a forest where directions are a little confusing. Stuff to do. I could always teach you how to juggle. I saw that on a YouTube channel once. I have an opening as a torchbearer.
Wasn't that what Martin did?
Oh, we can make a new position. How about lantern bearer?
If you think that is how I could help, I could do that. Okay.
It's a job that needs to be done.
Okay.
It keeps us all safe.
It does?
Yeah, because you keep the nightmares away. You know, light scares away nightmares.
Oh,
Kind of like
okay.
the, strange things.
Yeah, I could do that. I'll carry your lantern for you.
Wonderful. We could, we'll work something out.
Okay, well, just let me know when you're ready to go. I'm gonna be resting up, because I'm still really tired from everything that happened.
Your color's definitely looking better.
Oh my god. I swear to god, if you ever put threat on that child after everything we've done.
Wayne, are you approaching Victor for something?
Yeah, I was just... If he's wandering at the edge of the clearing looking for the agents, I don't want him wandering around by himself.
Oh,
he's
yeah.
Only spellcaster.
Yeah,
So-
you actually catch him away from view of everyone, and he has a stick, and he is talking to a tree with a stick held in his hand, and he's saying, "You took everything from me, but now that I have taken the power for myself, you stand powerless before me, and I strike at you with all the hatred I carry in my heart." And he swings the stick at the tree, and as he does, he whispers a spell and makes a gesture with his offhand, and hits the tree really well. He turns with a satisfied look on his face and sees you, and all the color drains from his face, and he looks very embarrassed. That was there's as firewood for Jenny. He explains, offering the stick.
It's gotta have good kindling.
Yes.
I give no indication that I know what he was doing. I just letting him think that I'm...
Did you need something, Wayne?
Just want to see how you're doing, and I didn't think it was safe you wandering off by yourself. You're only...
That's fair. I would not want to be eaten by a houseplant or something.
Yeah, you're the only person in the party with special skills like you've got.
I don't have to be the only one, Wayne. There could be secrets in this tower. Secrets of magic. Perhaps simple enough to teach others. Perhaps items of power that require no skill at all. Simply provide magic.
That'd be pretty cool. Not gonna lie. Although, I mean, it would stand to reason, I would think, that something would be protecting it if the Dark Lord hasn't already, pillaged those things from the tower.
I had thought about that, yes. I was holding out some small hope that maybe there's something about the tower that's, not keeps it below his interest, or maybe something that he had missed in his hubris. But a place possible. I do know, power still waits. And he just eerily looks to the south. The Amber Temple. Do you hear it call for you in the night, Wayne?
I honestly can't say that I do. But, anything that'll help us to survive and get out of here, I'm not opposed to it. Just, it's, balancing the risk versus the reward,
I suppose. I don't know how much I have left to risk, but I know that the rewards are great.
Well, it's nice to see that you're kind of coming back to yourself. You were pretty understandably shook up after our encounter with Strahd.
He is quite powerful. I don't know what else to say. I had heard tales of his power, yet I was unprepared for what we encountered. And to think, at no point did he need to utter a single spell, and yet we were bested in moments by bats. I am so ashamed.
Why? We walked away from it. I'm sure there's some things that we can, learn about him, given what we encountered.
But where can we find this knowledge? I keep thinking about your card reading, and one of them, doesn't it speak of knowledge that can be found? Where is it? How can we take it for ourselves?
Well, we're heading to Krezk. There's the tower. There's that place to the south. I mean, there are places where we could find knowledge as well as magical items. It's just a matter of making sure we're strong enough to try and tackle it.
I just can't help but think that in that reading, the path to wisdom, knowledge of the ancients, will help you understand your enemy. A wealthy woman, a staunch ally. We know it's the Wagner woman. To know that it's within our grasp, but we can't get it. I'm just so frustrated, Wayne.
Well, she did ask us to deliver a message. I've got that message scroll. After we get it to the abbot, get him to agree to maybe come to Velikai or send an emissary to heal her daughter. Maybe that will make her amenable to sharing some information. Maybe we can get her drunk and she'll spill the beans even more.
Maybe. All right. I'm ready to head out whenever the rest are ready.
Sounds good.
I am sorry that I used resources that could have been used for others. Irenia, he blushes a bit. He insisted. And then he kind of looks away.
Victor, for good or for ill, you're part of this group. So I'm not exactly thrilled at the fact that if I get hit, that pretty much spells disaster for me. I don't have the same kind of hardiness that Robin or Anne, Jesus, Anne, have. So it's just, we all got to play to our strengths and accept the help that we're given. We're stronger together. I get this whole hero complex. I mean, you've been through a lot, and Jesus, man, you're a fucking wizard, man.
No, I am a student of the arcane. I'm certainly no wizard.
Okay, you're a student of the arcane. That's a lot further along on the curve than the rest of us.
For now. I could disappear in the middle of the night. The Dark Lord could snatch me up. Now
Well,
that my secret is out.
Let's do everything we can to, prevent that. And honestly, if he was able to figure out that Taylor was an elf, you honestly don't think that he figured out that you had powers?
Oh man, when you say that, he blushes again, and like he just, I had considered that. Yes.
Hey, hold on. And Wayne's gonna, come closer and put a hand on his shoulder. Dude, don't beat yourself up. He is incredibly strong and powerful, and as you said before, hubris, man.
But what does he want from us, Wayne? It's driving me crazy. He's had so many chances to just kill us, to take us away, to feed on us. He could take whatever he wants anytime he wants, but yet here we are. Why, Wayne?
I guess we're just lab rats, man. I guess he's just seeing if we'll break, how far we can take it.
Well, it's fucking sick, man.
No doubt. But all we can control are how we respond to that. And remember what I was saying, don't let him live rent-free in your head. You've got a plan. I can see that. Bring it up to the rest of the group. Share with the rest of the group. Help us with our long-term strategy.
You don't think that they would? All right.
Listen, if you're worried about Anne not seeing that you have strength, just make the case that there's different kinds of strength. Stronger than you know.
Okay. And that would actually transition really well into this map table. Here we go. All right, so Victor explains that he has spent the last 2 days thinking about it, and he thinks the old tower is worth a look because there's a chance that there could be some arcane knowledge or secrets that maybe have been overlooked by others.
Rose daggers.
Right. The Kresik is right there, and for good or for ill, the abbot does have a reputation of working miracles. So you need Jason back, or you at least need confirmation that Jason is beyond help, so that everyone can sort of either move on or have him back, or work towards getting him back.
13 pieces in a dream.
He points out that whatever's going on with this card reading, we need to take it more seriously. He's not saying to go back to Valakai and do a snatch and grab on Lady Walkner's estate, but he's not saying that.
Well, I guess we will bring up he wasn't there for the card reading, but Jason did say something about the Walker woman. This thing she's hiding, could it be like in the cemetery?
It could be. It says it's with the bones of an ancient enemy.
Right? And then
But the only cemetery is in the yard of the church or beneath the church.
I don't want to go back to the church.
Which is now run by Father Lucian the vampire. So that allegedly, right?
Yeah. I mean, everything's downhill from this vampire we just ran into.
Yeah.
So,
but when you feel strong enough, he feels that it is imperative that you go to the Amber Temple.
And feels that too.
Yeah, this is where true power, the great equalizer, waits for you. There are secrets and powers hidden within this temple that could put you on an even playing field with the Dark Lord. He believes this in his heart.
We also have to do Robin's secret quest.
And as far as Robin's quest of depowering Strahd, he would ask everyone to kind of walk him through the battle against the Dark Lord and what they felt and what they experienced during the fight. Because he's
to hit.
Okay. And he wants to know, is that because you could not pierce his flesh, or because you could not even land a blow?
It was like the earth itself was pulling away my weapon.
So that must be one of the blessings of the land. Now we have seen for ourselves their power. I believe what the spirits told Robin to be true. I fear that he would be impossible to defeat as long as he remains bound to the land. Just as that bald wizard with the goatee was unable to defeat him, we might find ourselves cast down from the battlements of Castle Ravenloft's failures of our own hubris. Should we not take the proper steps to sever his ties to the land?
I think that I've been with you guys for a while, and we kind of do this thing where we come up with like long form plans, and then it just doesn't happen because of life in Barovia. So I think that we should just plan simple and then go from there, depending on where we're at.
Then two paths before us then. Tower or Kresik. The end. Yeah?
Yes. Yeah, I think so. But I think we used a lot of our resources in our fight with Strahd, and I think we spent all our money in Valakai, so I don't think we're gonna be able to go to Kresik and get replenish. So I think we should go to your friend's cart and then to Tower and see what it has for us.
I like that plan.
It's on the way. We can rob it.
And
I mean, acquisition.
Yes, we can reappropriate the resources.
And once we're done with Tower, if we can still, move, then we make new idea to work on next.
Yeah. If we can't move, we just, cough through it. Yeah, I've been doing it for days.
For the seeker thing, I mean, if Robin can just use that dagger while we, travel and look for the stuff she needs to find, and she finds something, then we could make a quick decision whether to, divert our
Yeah, you
path.
have to fight a bear and a moose and stuff.
Yes.
Blood. It was blood.
All right.
So I
So the
definitely could be a
play.
boost right now.
How many more days do you want to stay and rest?
I think to clear, because you can only clear. Can you clear 2 injuries a day if you have no wounds and they're not like major injuries?
If you make the con 15 save.
Okay.
So far we've rested 2 days then, right?
Yep.
Okay, so
I need to maybe
right.
3 days.
Torchbearer number 2, ready for action.
I
swear to God.
Does she have?
Dark.
I mean, considering what happened last time.
I brought my dog into this, okay?
Yeah, she and the dog are like best.
You didn't know
like
you were
best
bringing
friends
them into.
now.
We now
they
know
bonded. They bonded over biting Leo. So.
I mean, Meta, I knew the shit I was getting into.
No,
but yes, Wayne did not know what to expect when he brought his
listen.
I think it's a great idea. I just think that just don't do things that get her aggro in combat. Like, she don't need it.
Listen to me. If Ori's wife hadn't stepped in, we might have killed Ori's kid. Okay, he had concept art made of his actual son to be his companion in Ravenloft. Like, it could have been real bad.
It not at a single point
Hey,
during that whole time.
Martin saved
I
those horses
felt good about that.
until a crazy beast showed up and killed everyone.
Mm.
Those horses hard
Hey,
carry in that
at least
fight
it's not as bad as
against the
Captain.
zombies.
Captain from our Witchlight game. Not that bad as
Oh, goddamn. Yeah, that's true. That was real bad.
It's still
that. Every
early.
week.
We got plenty of time for radio to.
All right, Leah, how much do you need to heal?
Yeah, how much healing do you need to fix
Yeah,
your,
did you roll
your
on your broken bones and shit yet? Your
Not yet because I've been clearing wounds. I've had 3
Oh, okay.
wounds. So,
So
the
give
first night
me
was
20
with 2
d6
wounds.
twice. Give me 20 d6 twice, right? Because now
Yeah,
you have
we've already
broken
rolled
ribs.
for them. Yeah, we already rolled for them. It's 67
Oh,
for the
okay.
broken ribs and
What about your leg?
65
Oh, for your
the
leg? Okay.
Yeah.
So that's probably 4 or 5 days.
Well,
Yeah, I mean, if we
the
want,
leg's
we
gonna
can just
be
clear one.
Well, think
if we
about this
want.
way. Think about this way. Irina uses medicine, gets a 15 on Davian's flask. That's 40 points of healing. If you use a d8 for your hit die.
What's your hit die?
1 second, check. I don't know off the top of my head. I think it's
Is
a D10 on this class.
Davian's flask hit die or is it static D8?
It's a D10.
No, it's hit die. It's basically a
It's a
superiority
D10.
potion every day.
So that's 54. Wait, isn't superiority 6?
No, sorry, it's the one that does 4.
It's greater,
4.
right? Yeah,
Yeah,
it's greater.
it's greater.
Yep. So that's 44 healing every day from the flask.
44.
If Irina makes a medicine check.
Essentially,
that's 3
it's
days.
2 days, right? It's 2 days to clear one of them for the most part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and
days so,
if you're long resting, all right, I'm gonna teach you something that your Daybreak cousins figured out because they're Pathfinder kids in their hearts. So look at how hold on, what is it? What's it called? Surge. Look at how healing surges work. Okay.
Once per long rest.
So, well, healing surges, you do get some back on a short rest with healing.
I don't think we're high enough level for that yet.
Yeah. Hold on.
Well, I thought I thought the injuries needed to be magical healing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think our Daybreak kids are.
As an action, the character uses healing surge to spend up to half of their current hit die. For each hit dice with this way, the player rolls that as the character's constitution modifier regains hit points equal to the total. Player can decide to spend an additional hit die after the roll. So these healing surges, right? They provide like a healing effect. So you burn them before your long rest, and then you go into the long rest, you get them back, and that also is gonna like speed.
You can use it, so we can use them on broken bones because I would think those are like that's just pretty much us spending hit dice on broken bones. Can we do that?
Yeah, I thought it had to be magical healing.
Yeah, I thought it was either you rest and you have a normal healing thing, or you have to use magical.
Oh, right, for the bones and stuff. Yeah.
Well, each broken bone requires 20 d6 of dedicated healing to heal, so it doesn't actually specify magical.
Okay.
Yeah. So now that you guys are getting higher in level, you're burning through this stuff. Like you get like it's blood of heroes, just like they keep telling you. Like you're gonna be bouncing back from these injuries like action heroes, eventually.
We have 20 times the hit points of the average commoner, so.
Yeah. It's just when you were lower level, there wasn't a lot of healing to go around, period. But now that you guys are getting higher and higher in level, there is a lot of healing to go around. So these kind of injuries just don't, like, keep you guys down as long. It's like John Wick getting hit by a fucking garbage truck and knocked down 16 flights of stairs and gets his pinky cut off for the 5th time. And it's just like, you're just like, yeah, of course, John Wick. Okay. Well, you guys are turning into John Wick.
Okay, so
the blood of heroes. Yeah.
So what Leo can do is before the long rest, spend a healing surge, roll half his hit die, and add that to your broken roll healing.
Right.
Yeah. So probably only 2 days then.
Yeah.
We can do that if you want. And anything left over, I could just deal with it.
Well,
I would
or
definitely
we
go
could
leg
just.
before. I'd go leg
yeah,
before
I was
ribs.
doing leg before ribs since the reg may
Why don't we
hinder
just
us in
get?
long distance.
I think it's gonna. I just don't think one more day is gonna kill us. I don't think we're really running a lot of timers right now.
We
Question
are
mark.
kind of
But
hiding in the forest.
yeah, I think we kind of just get to full strength.
Mhm.
That way we can go as far as possible before
And
we're
just
back in
rest
the
until everything's
situation.
fine. Don't worry about it.
Now, as Leo / Darby just pointed out, you guys are in the middle of a magical forest right now, right? At ancient hag's house, right? That's a lot different than taking a shitload of downtime in a quest hub like Valakai or a place that's always got fucking problems, like the village of Barovia. Like, those are not good places to try to just hunker down and take a long rest. Like, you guys are, for the most part, right, in a pretty good situation.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, we just rest until everybody's picked up and ready to go to start our next.
Yeah, I think
next
it's
train of
2 or 3 days. I need to clear three injuries.
Right, let's go 2 days and
however
then see
many
where we're
days
at.
it needs.
Okay. So it's you said 65 points for your leg. All right.
Yeah,
so
65 for the leg.
this should be set up now, a mini game for your leg as well. All right. Well, I have a question for you guys. Can you bounce back from like a damaged eye? Like, Robin has had this wounded eye forever, but since Robin hasn't been actively playing.
So it wasn't wounded eye. No, wounded eye was okay.
Oh.
She got destroyed left eye.
Yeah, it's destroyed. It's not damaged.
Oh, and we just put wounded there to remember the penalty.
No, she got another thing that was just wounded.
Oh my god. Okay.
But the wounded one, is like a normal injury. You can heal that one with the just resting. So that should have been gone, but probably gone by now.
All right, then I'm gonna get rid of that on her and Irenia then.
And she got when we did the Photoshop, it was because she got destroyed left eye.
Got it. Okay.
You also add your calm modifier 3 times to the healing surge, Darby.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bloody wound. Does that go away as a wound or as an injury?
I think it's an injury, right?
Yeah, it's an injury.
Because if it was a wound, it would say wound.
Yeah. Well, it's tricky because it's named wound, but it's an injury. But yeah, it counts as a tissue injury.
When I deleted it deleted 2. What the hell?
Well.
Oh no, I only had 2 injuries. Okay. So I just need one more.
Yeah. And I did go through before our session, and I did a test of every single convenient effect, and they do all work now. I only had to fix like 7 of them. Well, I had to delete all of them for this server for some reason, import the working ones from Daybreak, and then fix 7 of them that broke on the import. But they're working, so.
And then Irenia has a flask, so does she roll that? Or she does the medicine over here.
She'll do the medicine unless somebody else wants to try. She has a +6 to her medicine.
These are best.
All right, here we go. Unfortunately, she got a natty 1. But there's no horrible critical failures for that.
4d10 plus 4.
Yeah, you don't take 20 damage and turn inside out and get boils on your asshole or anything. So that's on Tuesday nights.
I feel like boils on your.
I mean, hey, that's really good for it's only 8.
God damn.
Less.
Yeah.
Worth noting, during this time, Taylor is gonna take the potion of superior healing back from Victor.
Oh, okay.
In case someone
I will delete it from his sheet.
All right, so that would be enough for the leg. 36 plus C, 32.
So while since we're all hanging out around the house, Wayne would want the party to take stock of like healing potions and ask, like, do we want to put a couple on Dunbar again like we did before, or how are we splitting those resources up? And you'd also inquire about the I don't know what it's actually called, but like the silver nitrate that you can put on, ammo to make it more lethal against like werewolves and such.
Oh, I mean, she has, what is it, blade silver or whatever it is, that you can you can put
Well,
onto.
no, we bought some stuff,
Uh-huh.
and when we were in the middle of the fight, it was never put on my sheet, and so I was like, well, I'm not gonna
Oh,
say
okay.
that I have it.
We
and
have
sell
the
it on
the three of them are inside the purple porting surface. There's three.
Yeah,
of them.
you're
Right,
looking at.
I'm
Are you
looking
talking
at-
about
I'm
the
looking for it right now.
alchemical? Oh, it's called alchemical silver.
Okay, there we go.
Yep.
So Wayne would ask, like, who should be?
It only does
carrying it?
3 pieces of ammo, not 10. 3.
I mean,
yeah.
that's better than
Oh yeah.
like silver arrows. It would seem.
Mhm.
But Wayne would inquire, like, should he have all 3? Do we want to split them up? Like, what makes the most sense in terms of distributing resources amongst the party?
I don't need any.
Yeah, I will say, if it ain't on your sheet in combat, then it ain't on your sheet in combat. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like,
no,
yeah,
and
yeah,
that's
yeah.
why I wasn't going to try and bullshit something.
Yeah.
I'm trying to learn from the previous mistake.
Oh, for sure.
I mean, if you want it, Wayne, just say you want it and take it.
Yeah. It says, just
I'm just trying to walk the line between being smart and being selfish. Is all.
Purple porting service for everybody.
Yeah.
Purple has a silver great axe and has a silver great axe. Robin has a silver great axe. I have a magical weapon. Darby is or Leo is Leo, so don't worry about him.
Yeah, Leo's fine.
Um,
He'll give out +4s.
you're like, maybe you could put it on that axe, but no, he's good, bro. Like,
Well, so I
well,
was
you
Not
can
give Leo
have
too many
one, but-
responsibilities.
speaking of that, Crash. I guess I wanted to
Yeah.
ask in this downtime, since Anne didn't really have to do any more healing, and she has now, since I got rid of my smith tools, I have, what is it here? I rolled that blind. Hold on.
okay. Ooh, lower metalworking, nice.
Can I
Okay, so
take
that's
this
a great
sil-
example. Yeah.
Can I take this silver brush that we have and this silver ear that we have and try and get it? And apparently I had +1 fine smith tools and try and silver either a spear or some mundane weapon that we have.
Yes. Do we know the value of the brush? I think we said it was 25. Might be written on the sheet.
Yeah, I know. I don't know if I put the. Let me check.
Okay.
25 GP, yes.
Damn. Why do I remember that, but not my address? Anyways, so
And the silver was also 25.
okay, so that puts you half
54.
of the cost of silvering, and then you're gonna put some time into to do it. Yeah, that could work. That could
Okay,
work.
I can
Do
silver
you
one.
have tools though? Like,
Yes,
do you have
I have
yeah?
this, which is
Okay.
they're +1 smithing tools.
Okay.
We also have every like tool we found at
Because we
Blinsky's
were
shop too.
Blinsky's.
Yeah, we got pretty
Okay.
much every tool,
So
including
yeah, you set up in like a corner of the glade away from her favorite plants, and yeah, you go ahead and start silvering a weapon.
Wayne would ask if maybe his dagger could be silvered. That way he has like a melee option just in case.
Alright, so you can silver a single weapon or 10 pieces of ammo for 100 gold. This represents not only the price of silver, but the time and expertise needed to silver the weapon without making it less effective.
What's 100?
Crime.
Okay.
Yeah. So you could start the process. Well, that's how much you pay an NPC to do it, but the whole thing of crafting is you're not really saving money by crafting, you're just cutting out the middleman. And you know, being able to get what you need when you need it. So
I have a silver dagger you can have, by the way, Wayne.
That's the silver dagger
Okay.
I gave you, yeah. So you want to use that? I was planning to silver
I'll
my
take it.
spear. I have a throwing silver option.
Gotcha.
And I figured the tip of a spear is pretty small and manageable to silver.
Yeah, ideally all the silver weapons should be on everyone but Leo, since Leo can technically ask you guys to attack for him.
the lore behind silvering a weapon in D&D is contrary to what you might think. You are not coating an existing weapon with silver. That would not work. The silver would chip off very quickly. You are essentially creating an alloy that is a silvered steel, which is part of why it's so fucking expensive and hard to do. Because the weapon doesn't lose any durability or anything like that. It just suddenly becomes a silvered weapon. So that's essentially where the real cost is coming from. Not just from the silver, but the other stuff involved in the process. All right. But you could certainly start the process now, and then you'd have to essentially come up with 50 gold to finish the process.
All right.
Yeah, that sounds good to me.
Okay.
All right. In that case, I'll make you a mini game for your silvered spear.
I have one here. I just need to change how long it's going to be.
Oh, okay, sweet. All right. Let me check. Oh, interesting. Hold on.
We want to move on to the theoretical next day.
Oh yeah, for
keep
sure,
track
for
of
sure.
healing
Yeah,
us.
everybody should start doing their healing minigame. On the evening of the third day, you do have an encounter.
Oh,
This will be tonight then, because we had
Yeah.
the 2 days for Victor, 1 day of healing for. So yeah, that'll be tonight. Before we
All right. What is 20 divided by 3?
6 point like
6?
666 or something.
Okay. Yeah. So, and it's only going to take 6 successful checks.
Okay, I do have a feature that let me see. Hold on here.
Like halves the amount,
yeah,
right?
Yeah. I don't know if it was half. It did reduce. I don't remember if it was half or not.
Okay.
Let me just check. Features.
It essentially would take a third of the time it would take someone to make.
Yeah, half. And the difficulty of such checks is reduced by 2.
Okay. Well, all right. Hold on.
So
I misread. Hold on. It would actually be it halves it.
Halves it and then reduce the DC by 2.
So a magic weapon, basic is 120 hours, but a third of that for silvering would be 40 hours. You have that down to 20 hours, and then you would lower the DC
by 2
from a 15 to a 13.
Okay.
So it'd be a 13 and 20 checks.
Okay.
And you have to come up with another 50 gold at some point.
Okay.
All right. So the night of the third day, you guys are hanging out, and a customer arrives to speak with Jenny. So I'll take you back over to Jenny's place real quick.
And crafting is always intelligence?
It normally is intelligence, yeah. Because in this case, like, being strong is good, but knowing how to mix the alloy together and stuff, yeah. All right, let's see. It's so weird. Like, you search Jenny's hut, but it doesn't actually pop up when you search because they put like a colon in the name, and it like seems to confuse the name. There we go. All right, so everybody's chilling, having a good time, and then this dude shows up on the night of the third day. He is a very pale man with pale hair, with a dark, I don't know what it's called when the hair underneath the top hair is slightly darker, but that's what he's looking like. He has very bright red eyes, and very pink lips that kind of stand out against his very alabaster skin, and he is dressed in all black traveling clothes. As he enters the grove, Jenny looks over at him and says, "Oh, Sanderson, it's been a while." And he looks around the grove and he says, "Madam, I see you have company. If it's a family gathering or something, I can always come back another time." And she says, "Oh no, we are open for business. Come on in and let us palaver." Okay, and he just sort of walks past you guys. Did anybody stop him or interact with him?
Question: have I ever seen this man come here before? Do I know of him?
Give me a history check.
Okay.
Yes, you know this man. He is a writer, who was turned into a vampire spawn by Strahd von Zarovich, and Strahd von Zarovich is his patron. So this guy travels around Barovia rather freely, always looking for ways to be inspired for his next book, his next novel.
Gotcha.
He will frequently come and trade herbs with Jenny that he has found on the further outreaches of the region that she doesn't, normally get access to. So, it's pretty mutually beneficial kind of thing.
Yep.
Wayne will lean over to Taylor. I kind of feel like with the downtime, they're like playing music around each other a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And he'll ask her, "Who is that guy? He looks like, one of Strahd's brides, husbands."
I
Something.
don't think it's a bride. It's a vampire, but he's nice to Jenny. They trade stuff. He writes books.
Would he be a source of knowledge as far as
Yeah.
the lore that?
Oh,
What's going
definitely.
on
I
about?
think he travels around a lot, but I don't think he would betray you know who.
Well, I'm not saying he betray, but maybe accidentally say too much.
You could try and get them talking. He might be interested in you.
Interested in me or interested in us?
Well, he writes stories, so if he
Well, that's not my question.
you could be inspiration to him or something.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, I don't know if he, enjoys the company of, certain people or whether he would just be interested in us. Like, whether he likes guys and that sort of thing.
I don't know. You could try that if you're interested.
Not really, but Victor wants that information. Well, try talking to him.
I mean, the pair are in there having a quiet but lively discussion. And if left uninterrupted, it goes on for about 40 minutes before he would then go to exit the house, during which, of course, they would have tea and biscuits, which, despite being vampire, he would nibble and sip out of politeness.
Wayne would wouldn't try to directly interrupt, but he would try to insert
Hmm.
himself into the situation and apologize for intruding, but would ask if it was possible to get some hot tea for himself, and he also felt that Minodora could use something to bolster her strength since she's been through so much the last few days.
Oh yeah, Jenny would say, "Oh, of course, take some to the little girl and anyone else who wants some."
Thank you. Sorry to interrupt. I'm Wayne, by the way, and Wayne will stick out a hand.
Sanderson will reach out and take your hand in his, and he will shake it, but in like he took your hand with the wrong hand, like you would grab a lady's hand to kiss it, but then he didn't kiss it, he just shook it. And he will say, "I'm terrible at these. So many outsiders coming and going, it's hard to tell what salutations are correct or not. Farewell, hail, well met, ciao, etc. Wayne Larson of SWAT. I have to say that's not the strongest name for an adventuring party. It sounds like you specialize in fighting bugs."
I mean, it's supposed to be an acronym for what I don't know. It just in the moment it seemed to work for the group, and yes, it is a bit underwhelming. But I guess that's Earthlings for you, or Americans.
A name has power on its own, but certainly can be given power.
There's truth in that, but to answer your question about greetings, I mean, any of those could have worked. Where are you from Earth as well, or from a different plane of existence?
It's been a long time since I thought about my own origins. I try not to dwell on them. I am, I was, a walker of the ways. Much like the Vistani, I could see avenues that had yet to be explored, follow them to something new. Alas, I followed one particularly shadowy path, and, well, I haven't left it since. There are worse fates than being the pet of a demigod.
Guess I wouldn't know myself, but
what an interesting thing for you to say.
Well, I'm not anyone's pet at the moment. I mean, I certainly care for and look after Dunbar, my dog.
And I imagine your dog feels the same way that you do. He is no pet.
I suppose, but there's a certain, I don't know, I feel like there's a difference between a dog and a person in terms of self-awareness and their conception of time. And now that I'm rambling, I kind of realize, I guess you and your master have that same kind of difference in terms of perception of time, given your longevity.
Yes, well, you got there eventually.
Sorry.
You were bringing tea to the young girl. I wouldn't want to keep you.
Yeah, no, I just new face that I'd introduce myself.
Jenny tells me that she went through quite an ordeal, but you and your friends did everything you could to save her from the curse of lycanthropy. That's the sort of noble act that draws the favor
Strahd von Zarvich.
Well,
He has a weakness in his heart for children, especially young female children, but not in a creepy way.
That's reassuring. But he played his part in helping out. He gave us the final piece we needed. So it's as much of our effort as it is his.
Yes. I can only imagine why he felt the need to help. And he looks very thoughtful as he says that. Kind of like he's going into his mind palace to examine the clues.
You said he has an affection for young girls. I mean,
And again, not in that
not in a creepy
way.
way.
What I mean to say is, he is old-fashioned by old-fashioned terms. He respects a woman on the battlefield and a position of authority, but he is quite fond of the more traditional gender roles of a man protecting a woman, a woman being deserving of respect, for she is life and the future. There are tales that during his life and even unto his death, that if he heard of crimes against women or girls, he showed no mercy and made such examples of the offenders that those who found themselves guilty of such crimes would often kill themselves rather than live with the fear of his retribution.
That's pretty admirable.
Perhaps. It is certainly biased, for he rarely shows such mercy for men.
Well, I mean, you said yourself he's got sort of a certain way of thinking about things, and I guess he expects that men should be protectors as opposed to the perpetrators.
Well,
Unless you feel that there's more to it.
No, I'm wondering how long you're going to let the tea grow cold.
Sorry, just new face. I'll let you and Jenny get on with it. Sorry, I intruded. And Wayne will go away with the tea.
As you're leaving, Jenny says, "Oh, that one is sweet on you. I wish I could get that sort of attention from Leo Johnson." Sanderson says, "Why not one of your elixirs?" She says, "I want the real loving." Alright, so you bring the tea out to anybody that wants it?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Taylor pats him on the back for having struck out. She doesn't quite understand the romance game, but she could tell that Wayne's hurt and was rejected.
Wayne isn't hurt. Wayne was just trying to, insinuate himself to get the guy talking. But he does feel a little disappointed in himself for being off his game.
All right. When their conversation ends, Sanderson goes to leave. And as he passes by you, Taylor, he says, "Taylor, how wonderful it is that you can go about unmasked."
I mean, I feel safe here, but I don't know him.
It's my first time ever
outside the
seeing your
grove.
face. Your mother would always have you cloistered away. I would spy you peeking from your upstairs room, but always masked to hide your truth. Now that it's out in the open, I'm curious to see what happens next. What
I
will
don't-
you do when he comes for you? Will these allies be enough? Or will you stay here in this
No.
protective grove?
If he comes, I will get the vengeance I'm deserved.
It is well deserved and long overdue. And I wish you all the luck in the world.
Thank you, Sanderson. Good luck on your travels.
Of course. Here, a light-hearted tale of adventure and revenge. And he reaches into his bag and he hands you a copy of The Princess Bride.
Thank you.
You'll need to come up with something clever to say to him before you end his miserable life.
Taylor will start rattling her 6 intelligence brain for something clever.
Aw.
It has to be a Taylor Swift song that can fit this.
I feel like the lore is in the escape. Like your like pregnant mom like had to give birth to you, and like there was some like small amount of like brain damage for the 6 intelligence, because like it seems like you have it all put together, but it's like it's also like the gears move very slow when it's not like monk related like tasks kind of thing.
I looked at it more as like she's just very ignorant of the
Mhm.
world and like the
Yeah, yeah.
knowledge skills, right? Like
Yeah, yeah.
Jenny
like you were
spouts
raised in
stuff
the
up.
woods
Yeah,
by a
she was
crazy
never.
hag. Yeah.
Yeah, she didn't have like any formal education or anything. Like she has the
Oh.
aptitude, but just not like.
But all
You
the
know.
knowledge is wrong.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice, nice. All right.
Also, we rolled a 6 when rolling
yeah.
for stats, so that's what you get.
Mm-mm.
One's gotta go.
So
And Monk demands a lot of stats.
it sure do. Sure do. All right. I will advance to the 14th, and then that would be one more long rest that you guys would get.
So as it was Sanderson, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So as Sanderson was handing over the book, would Wayne have been able to see what it was?
Oh, yeah, yeah, probably.
Seeing what it was, seeing the book, Wayne will say to Sanderson, "No one would surrender to the dread pirate Wesley." And if he's looking over as he's saying this, he would give him a wink.
Yeah, he looks back at you and he says, well, of course it's not my only copy. And then he would start to head out, and then he would say, if you like books, there's no finer library than the one at Castle Ravenloft. Might be worth a look. But if you lack the courage for such a journey, it is said that the abbot maintains a rather respectable collection himself.
Well, we've dined with your lord before, but is this an invitation you're extending, or is this a standing invitation from His Highness?
To the best of my knowledge, SWAT is always welcome at Castle Ravenloft.
Duly noted.
Yeah, he told us that last session.
Well,
Leo,
things could have changed
don't-
from.
So Taylor, you check your UI, like your menu,
and you go to the part of the Assassin's Creed menu where it shows you all the other assassins in the world, and it's just Rahadin. So,
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Also, Leo, maybe Irina can roll the.
Yeah.
kit.
So
Max.
he is now added to your modified random encounters chart.
Oh shit.
Yeah. Anytime there's a random encounter, there is a chance, a small chance, that it would be Rahadin.
Remember that, Wayne. Every time you shoot a gun, you
It's
could
only
bring about us.
once per encounter. Once per
Listen,
encounter.
it
Once
may
you
not
start
be me,
shooting.
it could be you.
All right. Once per encounter, when you shoot a gun, you could bring forth a genocidal murderer that terrorized my entire species.
Also, another thing, OOC, him not wanting to hurt women, and he orders the genocide of a race. There's something there. Some history there.
Well, there definitely is a lot to unpack there. Yeah, there's a lot to unpack there. It's almost like people, especially bad people, they have a code until they get too mad. So you gotta imagine what would make someone so angry that they would go completely against their personal code of ethics.
I have some ideas, but
Yeah.
Same here.
who knows?
And doesn't,
Yeah.
but Dom does.
Yeah.
Wing will.
I keep
we'll
thinking that Arnold is a part of the party. I'm gonna actually. Is that alright if I delete? I'll just
Arnold,
yeah.
no.
He just faded away. Hold on, I got. Hold on, I
You
got.
can handle this manliness.
I don't want to feel like he should be a part of the party. You know what I'm saying? But I was starting to feel like why he just looks so good there. Like why isn't he always there?
Why shouldn't I be part of the party?
Maybe you
It's a-
see petrified he's smart. In the,
Oh, that
in the
could.
crate.
Yeah.
In the crate.
There you go. All right, I'll bring him back. That's a good argument. Okay.
But Wayne, in his excitement at recognizing the title, he will turn to Taylor and say, "That is a very entertaining story, and I think you'll get some ideas as far as what you can say to someone if you're on a mission of revenge."
Well, I'll think. I plan to read it. And maybe I'll come up with something. But if you could insight her, you would know that she feels the burden of having to say something cool. So
I will insight her.
Let's see. Against their passive.
deception would be 11.
Oh yeah. I mean, they seem like they'll be okay.
It'll be all right.
Wayne had no
Okay.
doubt.
All right. Jenny says, "Are you planning to go or stay? I am going to put you to work if I were staying much longer."
No, we're gonna be going.
Okay. You
We're
should be
going.
very careful. Sanderson said that Rahadin is hunting you now.
Yeah. Hopefully, if we run into him, I'll be ready.
Hmm. She reaches out her spidery arms and pulls you into an embrace. With one of her extra long, extra jointed fingies, she brushes your hair back, and she says, "It is better this way. Now you can see the world without the mask. Let them see you and remember the crimes that were done. Show them the strength of your people is not dead."
That's right.
And don't let this one give up. We need to break those connections. She needs to get her shit together. Sorry. You're
I'll
doing
remind
great.
her.
Alright. Leo, last chance. She says, "Mr. Johnson,
if you are too weary for the road, you are welcome to stay here as long as you need to.
Oh, that's very kind of you. But,
What's the DC for this seduction check? Just so I know, I'm gonna try to roll it up.
Probably what, like a 30?
I mean, you tell me what's the DC she's going for.
I mean, we always been pretty starved. Like
So maybe a 25?
like a 22.
Okay, you're safe. You're safe. She got a 5. Unless she got an advantage for circumstances of putting you up with everything. But even then, it's a 16.
Does she want to succeed at a cost?
No. Minodora says,
We have to go. Thanks so much for your help, though.
So Leo, you decided to keep her by your side.
Yeah. She wants to go save kids and stuff. Yeah. We're doing what she wants to do.
Were you able to heal all the way up?
A lantern.
Yes, I was.
We're gonna go. We're gonna go to the tower. Then we're gonna go to Krasik, and we're gonna get some werewolf hunters, and then we're gonna go save all the kids from the werewolves.
Sounds like a plan.
all right. It is 3 hours there. We've started rolling the encounter checks live in Daybreak. They say that it's quote unquote exciting. So.
That's one way of putting it.
I'm fine with it.
All
So
right,
we're going to
That's fine.
the wagon first, right?
Yeah, cart.
All right.
Yes.
Yes, wagon.
So I'm assuming shortest route to road and then walking.
Are
On the
we
road?
doing exploration activities, guys?
Bring out Arnold.
Do we
Yeah.
want to, or are we on a party on a mission?
I mean, are
We
we
found
already-
like
are we- we're not-
250 gold the first one we ever did.
Yeah. I mean,
All
we're
right.
not,
Yeah,
there's no,
we
there's no
might
point
find some
rushing.
good stuff.
Like it's not like we're in any rush right now.
Yeah, and we kind of need to run into some random stuff to kill.
And I need to find a pretty frog.
Yeah, bring on the encounters.
All right.
Plus, there's road encounter, so
That's
there might be some
right.
good
Don't be
stuff.
pansy.
Okay, go ahead and pick one of them and roll it off of the Arnold sheet.
Yeah. We're not cowards. Cowards would rush. we take our time. Totally.
Oh. All right. So this would actually be a 6-hour walk then. Okay, so here's 2 for the forest. Okay. No problem. All right, nothing interesting at all happens in the forest. Okay. So you guys make it to the road. And it's gonna be 4 checks as you walk down the road.
Can we have
Okay.
Robin's exploration action be repeatedly cast a spell to look for her animals?
Mm-hmm. All right, here's the first one. SBA. Oh, okay. So, da-na-na-na-na. Something happens on the road. Let's see what it is. All right. Already ran into this boy. Aw. Okay. Let's see. Up ahead, you see one dire wolf on the road. The dire wolf sees your party and turns and flees into the woods. It looks injured and disoriented.
Strahd?
Do you pursue or do you let it go?
Okay.
I'll say let it. I say let it go.
I say let it go.
Yeah, the last one we shot somehow another.
Okay.
Vomited
What's-
bats.
Was anybody's exploration action looking for harvestables?
Leo was searching for
Okay.
like plants and stuff.
Mm,
I'm
Since he
searching
hasn't- since he
for.
hasn't was a kid.
Sir,
I'm-
or so as pan was it pedantic? I don't know. Maybe
Pedantic.
it's something that the Pathfinder kids say a lot. But basically, there's a difference between seeking out something and searching. So searching, you are looking for very board game specific shit. Like you are looking for like
A pretty frog.
hidden caches, secret treasures, like traps and pitfalls and ambushes and stuff like that. Seeking out is you are specifically looking for things. So you're using recall knowledge or something similar to try to find, in this example, harvestables or particular creatures, learning about the area you're in. So they're like two different things. So in
Okay,
this,
gotcha.
yeah.
This would be seek out.
Okay, so what are you looking for exactly in while you're going around? You trying to learn about the area? You trying to learn about the creatures in the area? Or are you trying to find harvestables in the area?
Stuff to put in his harvesting kit.
Okay, got it. Okay. In that case, give me a nature, blind nature, or if you have an applicable lore, you could give me that. Hidden.
Well, Leo has a lore.
Okay, what is his lore? I mean, technically, he has
The
all...
art of the Discovery Channel.
Okay, all right. So you're using Jack of all trades.
Yes.
All right, so Jack of all trades could lower the DC of everything by 2, but not the normal 5 that a actual specific lore would. But you have the benefit of saying that you have every single lore. Okay, so you're just looking for interesting shit. All right, so go ahead, just roll a blind d20. We'll suss it out. Okay. So you are definitely keeping an eye out for the most interesting aspects of nature that you could find. And I will let you know if any such things show up. All right. Is anyone else seeking out things while you're traveling, or are you doing other stuff?
So if I'm looking for a pretty frog, would that be
Huh?
seeking or searching?
That would definitely be seeking out because you're looking for
Okay.
a specific type of thing.
I will seek out.
All right. Give me a nature or applicable lore.
Oh, I can't just like look for it.
Well, you
Okay.
are, yeah, but
This is your
you're using, yeah, you're
You
using
need
your
a skill to
skills.
represent the
All
look.
right,
I
nice,
wanted to
nice.
use my eyes.
Okay, all right. So let's see what happens. Oh, okay, okay. So as you are looking for a frog, you find the frog and more. Dun dun dun. Just let me take you over to a map. Let's see. We just need a
If
good.
it matters, Wayne was trying to avoid notice.
Ooh, okay.
And was searching, not seeking.
Okay, noted.
Yeah.
We haven't used this roadmap yet. We'll use this roadmap. Let's see. Autumn roads. Sounds nice. Sounds like nothing bad had happened on this map. All right. And we'll grab you guys. Let's see. Where would you be? Oh, active group. All right. I think I cleaned up active group successfully, but we will see. We'll see. We'll see who gets pooped out here. All right. It's also apparently heckin' dark on this map.
Or we have Minodora.
Oh yeah, right. Poor Minodora. Okay. Minodora, you're slacking, kid. I gotta register this light to your actual actor in the future. My bad.
Yeah, and take away her exhaustion if it's still there.
Oh yeah. Well, I should really give you control over now, right? This is your problem. There you go.
Sure.
It's not a problem. It's his opportunity.
And that's how it started with Martin.
All right, let's see. Darby, you're now the proud guardian of Minodora, child of Milford, Delaware. Okay. And I'll bring you guys over to this map. And I think the problem is when I went to 11, it did another reset of my lighting. Because now global
Yeah.
illumination is back to being a button that you don't have to go into a
Because
submenu for.
Perfect Vision is no longer working on 11. They got rid. He's not upgrading it anymore. He's not doing anything. With it.
Damn. Good for him. Go live your
Yeah.
fucking life,
Yeah,
man.
he
Don't
was-
be a fucking
Yeah.
slave to these updates. Live your fucking life, man. All right. Good for him. I wish all. No, wait. Don't say that. Don't say that.
No.
Monkey Paw might be. Yeah, Monkey Paw might be listening. All right. So as you guys are heading along, there is a campsite up ahead. At the campsite, there are a number of interesting and dangerous creatures. The first one is Common Cart. We've all had to deal with that asshole before. There's also. Hold on.
They're just so basic.
Yeah, I know. Common Cart. There we go. There's also a donkey. No, wait, hold on. Where's the donkey at? Ah, donkey. There we go.
Are they
Nice
making
force.
waffles?
It's a
Nope,
really nice
nope.
force map.
There is also a lady. She looks like a grandma, but like maybe a hot grandma. I don't know. It's up to you.
What do you
Mileage may
think,
vary.
Leo?
I mean, this grandma is baking cakes and carrying them with her, if you know what I'm saying. It's a good grandma. She is speaking with a frog.
Is this frog holding a sack?
A sack.
Yeah, because we encountered a humanoid frog person.
Look, I specifically said I'm looking for a pretty frog.
They could be a very pretty humanoid frog person.
Or she could be talking just to an actual frog.
I mean, I think he's pretty cute. Oh no, that's not right. Hold on.
Is that a beholder?
Hold
Hold
that thought.
on. Let's see.
Maybe if they kiss the frog, they turn into a prince. I mean,
Or they turn into a beholder.
Yeah.
Let's see.
I mean, to answer your question, Taylor, beauty is in the eye of the beholder.
Oh my god.
Ah, there he is. Oh. All right. So you hear her talking to this frog, and the donkey is just vibing, and she sees you guys approach because you're very loud, because Anne mostly and Parple. And she calls over and she says, "Who's going there? Who's coming down this road?"
Hi, we are SWAT.
You're SWAT?
Taylor looks back. That's what we call each other. This sounds right.
It's what we call ourselves.
sure
That-
thing.
Yeah, yes, we're SWAT.
Oh. What is SWAT? If you don't mind me asking.
Taylor looks back at Wayne and Anne because she doesn't know what SWAT stands for.
Everyone calls us outsiders.
They're outsiders.
Oh. So you're adventurers then? Come on.
Yeah.
Come on over here. You can warm yourself by my fire. There is no fire burning in the campsite. It's actually at this point the middle of the day. It would be noon actually. Been traveling for 5 hours.
Are you talking to the frog?
Oh, I am indeed. It's no mere frog, it's a magic frog.
Oh, I've been looking for a frog.
Oh, what did you need a frog for?
My mom wants one.
Oh, as a pet or in a stew?
Well, she said pretty frog, so I don't think in a stew.
Ah, you hear that, Dot? You won't have to be in a stew. Well, let me introduce myself. This is Dot. This is Thanlin, my donkey.
And my name is Agatha. I'm a ghost hunter.
Can I see if I recognize that name?
Yeah, sure. You have no idea who that is.
Oh, nice to meet you. I'm Taylor.
Oh, well, look at this one. You got that giantess with 2 heads?
Yeah, that's Anne.
What's the name of the little head?
She says, "I'm Anne."
Oh, there's an awful lot of you. Where are you all going on this fine day?
North.
North. You're staying north is that way?
I don't know. I'm not the map person.
Oh. Well,
I,
I'm looking for 2 places, actually, and I think I might be a little lost. I'm trying to find the ruins of Argenvastholt. I heard it's crawling with ghosts. I was gonna go bust them up myself.
Oh, I don't think it's just ghosts there.
No? What else would be there?
I forget what they're called.
Oh, and the other place I'm trying to find is, the Amber Temple. Have you heard of such a place?
yes.
Really?
It's
Well,
somewhere
do
in
you hear
that.
that? Do you hear
somewhere in
that
that-
thought? Oh?
It's somewhere in that mountain over there. And she'll point to south of the mountain.
Oh, that's a long way. Well, why don't we go deal with the ghost, and then I'll take you back to your master. How's that sound, little man?
The frog just lets out a meh.
Does he speak?
Oh, all the time.
Hello, thought. And Taylor will try to greet it appropriately. Is it pretty?
I mean, this is the actual art. There it is. Ignore the hand. There's not a person inside.
At first, I
That's
thought
such
it
a
was
good.
a
That's
joint, not a
such,
hand.
that's such a good art for a giant toad. Where did you get this art from, Crash? Because I got it.
Magic the Gathering.
Okay.
Technically, every card in Magic is official D&D because
This
you
is
know
so good.
Ravnica is a part of D&D and a part of Magic, meaning everything in Magic exists in D&D.
Okay, I might be having to use this
Yeah.
for my D&D game.
Mm-hmm. Of course.
That would be
Who's-
totally cool.
Totally
thoughts-
nice.
Whose thoughts master?
Oh, someone named Alexander? Xander? Zathia? Something like that. Apparently he lives at the Amber Temple, but he lost his brain. Or his marbles. Something like that. Why don't you just tell him?
The frog just meh.
Can I insight the lady to see if she's crazy?
Yes, you may insight the lady. Are you trained in medicine?
No.
You think she's probably not all there.
You're gonna go to the Ember Temple yourself?
Oh, I wouldn't be by myself. I'd have Thanlin here. And my cart.
Well, I think we're gonna go someday. But not now.
Someday. Oh, where are you headed now then?
North?
Can we see the tower from here? Like in the
It's
distance?
it's Barovia. There's a lot of over.
Yeah,
I mean, maybe yeah, you can kind of see it off in the distance. Maybe.
Alright, then, and we'll just point to the tower.
Oh! Well, if the tower's north, and Valakai's east, then I'm on the road. Yeah. Hmm. 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 Well, none of you, seen any ghosts lately, have you?
No.
No,
Ah.
no ghosts.
All right. How does the road fare heading towards Argon Vosthold?
It's pretty dangerous.
Hmm. I see. What's the worst thing you've encountered?
Strahd von Tsarevich.
Truly? She chuckles. What a joke! A jest! Fascinating.
No, it's no joke.
Oh, was he out for a ride on his mighty steed?
No, he was a wolf.
Oh.
And then we attacked him and he almost killed us all.
Wow.
I mean,
It
it
is
was his fault for not introducing himself.
Ah, I see. Well, if you're strong enough to best Strahd von Tsarevich.
Well, no, we didn't
We
best him.
didn't best him.
He relented right before killing.
You made him relent. Incredible. You must have shown such perseverance, such skill at arms and spell. Remarkable. If your party were not so full, I would offer to travel with you.
I mean, we have room for more. If you don't mind me showing thought to
Wayne
my
No,
will
mom.
no.
nudge
It's
Taylor.
inappropriate. A real adventuring party should only have 4 members. Perhaps one of you would like to join my party.
You're
How about
traveling with
this
the toad.
dog?
No, no one's gonna leave
Dog
us.
stays with me.
And you know, you're kind of
Oh, wait, what's that, Danlin? Oh, never mind. Our cart is the 4th member of our party. How silly of me to forget.
Leo takes a peek at the cart.
Yeah,
What's in
sure. The cart is full of apples. And there's a bedroll. You are not sure what is going on with this lady.
look. I'll be, upfront. I kind of want to take thought to see my mom. Would he be willing to travel with me, or could I trade you something for him?
Oh, he's not mine to trade. You would have to ask him yourself. But I would be heartbroken if he left. You find so few friends on the road.
Really?
Is
Taylor will
Dunbar
approach.
reacting- Sorry.
Oh, yeah.
No, go ahead, Wayne.
Is Dunbar reacting at all to being within proximity of Crazy Lady or like the cart?
Oh man,
or
yeah. I mean,
Merle?
he wants to go to the crazy lady. He wants to smell her and be around her. He wants to get scritches, like like the old ladies you run into at the park all the time.
Wayne will try and bribe Dunbar by picking him up and putting him in his lap and giving him scritches and attention.
Okay.
Taylor will kind of like
yeah.
approach thought,
Uh-huh.
and like get down on his level, and extend a hand, and she'll say,
As you
"Where-"
extend your hand, he takes one of the fingies in his hand and he pulls it to his lips and he kisses it daintily.
Oh wow. Look,
And
thought,
he gives you a smolder.
a smolder. Oh, like that. Okay. Look,
What is the DC to seduce your character? I will roll it for
Oh wow. I don't know. She's been hidden away from the world. Romance has never been on her mind. So it's either really easy or really hard. But it is a frog. But she does want the frog.
Uh-huh.
We'll say
Does the
we'll
frog
say a
have
17.
Hypnotoad's powers? Though?
17. All right, he didn't make it. He didn't make it.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. Look, I need to show you to someone who's really nice, and I promise you we'll go to the Amber Temple if you come with us.
Okay.
We're definitely going.
The frog looks at you and he says, "Oh, who exactly are you trying to take me to?"
Oh, my so she's like my adopted mom. Her name's Jenny. She's really nice.
Oh, Jenny Greenteeth. Jenny of the Woods.
Yeah, yep. That's one. She's very nice. She raised me.
Nah, that's all right. I'll pass on that one.
Oh, what?
Got a,
Why
I
is
got
that?
well, it's just I got a pretty full plate. A lot to do. Trying to find. Well, actually, Jenny, she's the Sheila with the herbs. She might be able to help, actually.
What do you need
Oh,
help with?
my master, his mind has abandoned him. He's trapped inside a labyrinth of his own delusion, sort of like this lady right here. I've been trying to keep her safe. She's been wandering around the woods for days now, but been well, it's been a lot of work, to be honest. I was pretty much hoping you were some kind of monsters that's going to let you have her, but this actually works out much better for me. So.
Oh. Well, Jenny might be able to help, or we could help. We have a training wizard and a healer.
Oh yeah, you got a little wizard with you, and a healer, a cleric, or just one of them bandage.
Bandages.
I see.
But Jenny knows a lot about helping people, and we might also visit the abbot.
Okay, yeah, that could work. That was on my maybe list. I don't really think my master would appreciate being indebted to the abbot. Plus, it's just so fucking cold up in Krezik. I tried to go up there. I just passed out. Fortunately, some travelers found me. This one right here, she's just completely lost. But when I defrosted, I realized the situation. I've been trying to keep her safe ever since. But
Well, yeah, I mean, we could probably help you. We help a lot of people. You see
help.
that
You
girl
just
over
help me
there?
for free, then?
Yeah,
You
I
don't.
mean,
I don't. That don't sit right with me.
what
I
you
feel
see
like.
that girl over there?
Uh huh.
She was turning into a werewolf, and we saved her.
Oh, that would have why saved her from what? Getting superpowers?
Oh,
Save she might have had a chance to live if you live be a werewolf. Now she's probably
well,
going to get killed by the first thing that comes along.
she's seen a lot of things. We protect her.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we're kind of strong.
Well, it's going kind of strong. Yeah, you bragging about beating up the Dark Lord. I mean,
Oh no, we didn't beat. He beat us up, but he didn't kill us.
interesting. Oh, you must be the latest batch of entertainment then.
Maybe.
That Dark Lord, he's something. He's a piece of work, that's for sure. I remember when he was just a wee little guy, just a fledgling wizrobe trying his best. Xantha teaching him everything he knew.
Oh, you're really old, huh?
Oh, I'm timeless. I'm an ageless being of vast magical power.
Oh.
You might say I'm a bit familiar with the arcane.
Yeah, that sounds pretty cool. We could definitely. I mean, if you'd be willing to help us, I mean, we help you. You could help us.
Well, you're heading to that tower then, huh?
Yeah, we think there might be magical secrets in there.
Oh, no doubt. That's my master's old tower from when he was still a mortal man, serving.
Oh, that's your master's tower.
Well, his old tower. He moved to the Amber Temple after he upgraded his situation.
Oh, then you could show us around.
Well, yeah, I suppose I could do that. I mean, in exchange, for finding a cure for my master's ailments.
Yeah, I could help you with that.
All right. He puts his hand into his mouth. When he takes it back out, it's just covered in a miasma of slime and mucus, and he offers it to you for a handshake.
Taylor will lick her hand.
Okay.
And shake his hand.
All right.
Well, our pact is sealed then. All right. Hey, all right, Agatha. I know you said about your family dying during that civil war, whatever. But you can't just keep wandering around the woods like this. You're not really a ghost hunter. You need to go home.
She looks hurt and sad, and quickly retreats into her own mind. And she says,
Oh, he says the strangest things sometimes, doesn't he? Well, if you're going to the tower, I suppose I could follow, in case there's any ghosts.
I think he said you should go home. He's worried about you.
Alas, a ghost hunter has only one home, her wagon and the road.
But that's a cart, and you're not really a ghost hunter, he said.
He's just a frog. What does he know?
I mean, he seems pretty smart. Smarter than both of us, probably.
I have a lot of ghosts to hunt, and if I must do it alone, then I will.
she moves over to start getting Tamlin ready for travel.
Oh,
Feel kind of bad.
feeling it, feeling real bad. It's like I left the mountains to save my master. I was on a flying book. Things were going real good. Then the great rock of Mount Gakis, he flew by, and the tailwind coming off of that thing just sent me careening out of the sky. I lost my flying book and splat into the ground. Fortunately, I don't subscribe to the 5th Age of Magic's fall mechanics, so I argued science that a frog can survive just about any fall, given its mass and biological makeup. So I've been wandering ever since, but to find another adorable old person beset by dementia, it just feels like I'm being targeted,
Yeah, well, it sounds like you care more about your master. I don't know what we could do for this lady. Last time I tried to help a crazy person, they started ripping themselves apart, and
Oh, hate that. Hate that.
it was very horrific. I used a healing potion on her, and then she just woke back up and
Oof.
kept ripping herself apart. She summoned all these
That's what? That's 50 quid right there.
Oh,
That's
what's a quid?
Oh, it's like a gold coin.
Oh, okay. Yeah, they're pretty expensive.
All right. Well, I'm just gonna climb up here.
Okay.
Make myself comfortable. There you go. All right. So I did have a couple of contacts I hadn't reached out to yet if things go poorly at the tower. But I don't want to deviate you from your course. It seems like you're pretty set in your ways, so I'm just gonna hang tight, see what happens.
Okay.
It's got to be better than babysitting an old lady.
All right, Leo, as you approach Agatha the ghost hunter, she says,
Oh, excuse me, young man. I must be heading off. There's ghosts to bust.
Oh, yes. You're a ghost hunter. I heard you say.
Yep, I bust ghosts. When I see a ghost, I can't stop busting.
Okay, all right.
Right in the chops. I have a ghost touch fist.
By any chance,
Hmm.
do you see a ghost like over there? And he points.
Where?
He points behind Purple, that pole and the cart with Ismark and
Yes,
Jason's barrel.
I see I see the ghost of a boy who would be a man, haunted by the death of his father and his own future.
No. Oh. All right. Yeah.
Do you want me to go bust him for you?
No. I think we're confused on where the ghost is.
They're everywhere. Be careful.
Yeah. Seems like this land has got a lot of stuff everywhere.
Mm.
Look,
All
Agatha,
right.
there's a bunch of ghosts in Valakai. You should go there and bust
What?
all the ghosts there.
Ghost in Valakai?
Yep. Go
You
to
speak true to
Valakai.
me. She wants a deception check.
All right.
Thanlin looks at you pleadingly, like, please make this check. I want to go home.
And
I look at myself fleetingly.
and turns to
Oh shit, Anne, you had no fucking idea. There's ghosts back in Valakai? What the fuck? Actually, all of you are pretty bad at insight, so yes, all of you. Apparently, Taylor has been holding out on you. There's fucking ghosts back in Valakai.
I know if you
I mean,
even if you
there's
didn't roll,
fucking
I would have believed.
vampires and
I would
other
have believed it
shit,
because
so
all the
that
people
makes
that died.
sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of people thought that right way.
Yeah,
Well,
easily. It makes sense.
that's where we need to go. Thanlin, get a move on. And don't drop any of my holy hand grenades. She pats the apples. Be safe and watch out for ghosts. You'll know when they're coming. They'll make this sound. Ooh.
Zamir said lady crazy.
You,
She crazy. Hopefully someone will help her. But guys, this is Thought. He used to work at the tower. He's gonna show us around.
Wait. The frog used to work at the tower.
Yeah,
Oh,
his
yeah,
mask.
yeah, I used to work at the tower. That's right.
What does a frog do at a tower?
All sorts of things.
Wait, hold on. Is the frog speaking like in creeks right now, or?
Oh no, I'm speaking aloud in a language known to you. You see, all of the common languages of the multiverse are condensed into a single language by the mystical properties of the mist that permeates the atmosphere of this demiplane. It's only the truly esoteric languages that seem immune to this homogenizing effect.
All right, okay. And then your master is a guy at the Amber Temple.
Axantha, yes.
Yeah, I told him we're gonna go there eventually, so we can. We're trying. I'm gonna help him try to save his master. He's lost. I think parts of his mind.
The master or your
H-
friend?
No, his master.
Oh, there's no losing this. This is a steel trap, mate. This is a titanium adamantium core with a vibranium shell, keeping all that together.
Yeah, I mean, you seem like pretty smart for a frog.
Well, what's for a frog supposed to mean?
I mean,
Yeah, what's that supposed to mean, Leo?
I've never met any talking frogs before.
Oh,
They-
well,
They're from Earth.
low magic, no magic. All right. Well, I mean, Earth. Right? Oh, that's the one with the dolphins.
Yeah, we got dolphins.
Well, dolphins can talk.
Okay, yeah, in a way.
Well, it sounds like you're just kind of ignorant towards animals.
I mean, I was never allowed to have a pet, so.
I could understand that. I've only met you for about a minute.
You see that hand axe? He ties a rope to it, and he
So he
throws
doesn't
it,
lose it? Oh,
and then he
that's
pulls it back
embarrassing.
in.
All right.
I know where the axe is. It's just so I can, hit stuff from a distance
I
safely.
see. All right.
Leo, you have a gun.
Yes, but Wayne's talking about making noise now and all this stuff.
All right.
I mean, even though his dog, barks a lot, so
Well, he barks a lot because he's got a lot to say. Nobody ever listens to him. Dunbar stops barking. And he looks at the frog like, "What?"
Did he say that aloud?
No. He doesn't say. He doesn't say what. He just makes a face like what, and then
Thoughts starts making some weird croaking kind of barks at him, and Dunbar makes some barks back, and then Thought says, "Oh, sounds like you've been through it. You've been through it. That's for sure. Well, glad you kept your little buddy safe there. Well, yeah, I know it ain't easy. Well, we do what we can. Yeah, I know. It's all right. All right. Well, I mean the day's getting on, and
We'll move on.
honestly, it's pretty fortunate you ran into me if you go to the tower, because them magical defenses, they're pretty nasty.
Oh, yeah, I guess
How
we are.
nasty.
Well, I can't rightly remember exactly what it is. There's summon some kind of guardians if you don't get the pass lock correct. Some
You're
kind
talking
of.
about
Don't worry,
pass lock?
it's a simple cantrip combination.
the cantrip combination.
You know, baby magic for babies. When he says
Well-
that, Victor looks away, blushing.
Think of us as fetuses, with the exception of that guy in the back. He's the only one with magic.
Hence the haunted look in his eyes.
Well, he's afraid you know who's gunning for him. So.
Voldemort?
No.
Who's Voldemort?
This
About
plane of
to-
existence.
About to say, that guy, oof, he wouldn't last 5 minutes here. Talking about
Wait.
fucking babies.
Wait, is Voldemort real?
I mean,
Like on a different plane of existence?
there's infinite planes of existence. I mean, yeah, everything's real.
Wow. I just know a guy who would have been kind of tickled pink by that knowledge.
Oh. Yeah. Let me guess,
Oh.
he died?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's generally how it works around here. Alright, let's hop to it, as they say.
Taylor's walking with a little more spring in her step.
Okay.
Wayne's gonna turn to Dunbar and say, "I like that guy."
He gives you a woof. Like, he likes that guy too.
Moving
Alright.
on.
Wayne's gonna go over to Victor and say, "You might want to talk to Thought and see if you can figure out what kind of cantrips he's talking about, because apparently that's the passcode to get into the tower. You were right about something keeping people out."
Well, when you say that to him, Victor pulls you aside. He looks towards Thought riding on Taylor's shoulder, and he says, "Yes, but I have concerns. If that creature is supposedly familiar of this Exanther,
Mm-hmm.
a familiar is not supposed to survive more than 1 mile away from its master. This is a spell I was trying to learn, but did not have the complete formula and explanations for. You remember those cats I was making?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the best I could do, but now that I am away from them, the magic that fuels them, that comes from me, it would render them lifeless.
Like just to keel over dead, or that they like poof out of existence?
Oh, the spirit that is animating them would go away because it is my will that creates them. if this creature is truly familiar and he is alive this far away from Ember Temple, it means that he is either lying to us about being familiar or that his master is beyond all understanding of power.
Those cats you were making, could they talk like that frog could?
If I knew what I was doing, yes. A familiar is a small part of the caster's soul. Just taken to the side and given its own life.
Could the Dark Lord have turned someone into a frog as opposed to just killing them?
Oh, I imagine that he has such powers that he...
A talking frog?
Why not?
But I was listening intently to what it said. Nothing sounded out of place, just its very existence is counterintuitive to what at least I know of magical familiars.
Well, maybe we should call him on it, see what he says. Or maybe not call him up, but like ask the question. Maybe that can help with your understanding, or maybe uncover what's actually going on here, if he's not what he seems to be.
What if I confront him and he turns into some kind of monster?
Better here than, with the than.
Good point, Wayne. Hey, you!
Oh, hold on, be tactful.
The frog turns, looks at him. If you're a familiar, how are you alive this far from your master? And then Dot says, I was actually wondering that myself. You see, I think it's wrapped up in the fact that my master's mind has become unraveled. And since I am, in a way, a thought construct of said mind, there's some malfunction at work. Victor's gonna roll an insight check.
Wayne would also like to try an insight since he's kind of, set these dice in motion.
Okay.
As it were.
The frog seems earnest and truthful.
Okay then.
Alright, Victor says, apologies, I only know a bit about familiars that I have read in books, but magic is strange, especially when the weave starts to come unraveled. And Thought says, I was fine. It's good to be suspicious, honestly. Pretending to be a familiar, that's classic demon and devil behavior.
Well, hopefully we can save your master before the spell wears out.
Alright, so you guys head to Le Tower.
Yarp.
Alright. Let me see. On the way to the tower, you keep an eye out for the wagon. But you do not see the wagon. You scan the side of the road for interesting nature things like you would see on Discovery Channel, but discover none. Eventually, you would make it to Lake Baratok and unlock another travel sticker. There is a causeway made of stone and mud that stretches out to a very small island at the center of the lake. Well, not really the center of the lake, but the edge of the lake. And on that island is an old tower. All right.
Crash, quick question. Were there any
Mhm.
signs like there was a cart in the area, like ruts in the ground, that sort of thing? Or
I mean, the normal sign that you would see from like traveling, but no, I mean it's been weeks
right.
since
Well, just like
Esmeralda's
maybe
wagon went
the
missing.
cart had been moved, or like maybe some
Mm.
debris or something.
Not from what you can tell, unfortunately. All right.
It's
However, as you approach the tower, you do see that there is a wagon outside the tower. I'll take you over to the scene. Mm-mm-mm. Let me see. I think I got some flavor text here for you. Hold on.
It's a lot shorter than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, it's only like 4 stories. So, I mean, each story is 20 feet, so it's still a 80-foot high tower.
I mean, that's a fucking skyscraper of this realm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's still 80
It-
feet tall.
Is there actual smoke billowing out of the top?
There is actual smoke billowing on top.
Oh.
How weird. How weird. Let me get you some flavor text. That might explain things a little bit better. You come to a cold mountain lake enclosed by misty woods and rocky bluffs. Thick fog creeps across the dark, still waters. The trail ends at a grass-covered causeway that stretches 100 yards across the lake to a flat, marshy island with a stone tower on it. The tower is old and decrepit, with collapsing scaffolds clinging to one side where a large gash has split the wall. Time-worn griffin statues, their wings and flanks covered with moss, perch atop buttresses that support the walls. Parked near the base of the tower, within sight of the entrance, is a barrel-topped wagon, spattered with mud. There does not seem to be a horse or oxen anywhere to be seen. So the tower stands 80 feet tall. It seems to have 4 floors, each 20 feet in height. It has a mostly intact slate tile roof. The second, third, and fourth floors have arrow slits that are about 6 inches wide, 3 feet tall, and 1 foot thick. The uppermost level overhangs the levels below it and has adorable window boxes in addition to arrow slits. The mossy griffin statues are obviously just statues and nothing more.
You guys see that smoke? Is someone in there?
Maybe. No one way to
Thought,
find
was
out.
there some kind of magic that kept the chimney going at all times?
Oh, I'm gonna be honest, it's been such a long time since we were in the tower. My memory of it's a bit foggy, yeah.
That's fair.
Mostly, the master, he just built this tower to get away from his proteges, his students, as it were. We had digs up in Castle Ravenloft when we were tutoring the Dark Lord in the arts of magic. But it could be a bit much with all the angst and the vampirism, and so needed a little getaway spot.
Gotcha. Okay.
But ended up ditching this tower for fancier digs up at the Ember Temple. So that was had to be about 200 years ago, maybe more.
Do you remember what the combo was to get in?
Well, it's clearly labeled. Yeah, just gotta get up on it, I suppose.
Oh, okay. I guess let's do that.
All right. Okay. As you guys approach, let's see. Where's your passive skills at? I feel like survival should be one of the passive skills that is reported in party overview. Maybe I should add that. feel like survivalist. Like it either gets to do everything or it gets to do nothing. You know what I mean?
It shines a lot in this campaign for sure.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. Okay. As you approach the wagon, it looks like the wagon is in really bad shape. Like it was pulled hard and fast through difficult terrain and sustained quite a bit of damage. The door to the tower, here we go, is made of iron with no visible handles or hinges. In the middle of the door is a panel embossed with 4 runes. And I will send you a picture of those runes real quick. I'll put it in chat and then make it big. There we go. Because this Foundry server already has too many handouts. All right. So as you gaze upon the sort of plaque on the door, that is what you see.
I feel like everyone's just looking at Victor.
Is that last one the
Uh,
OK symbol?
Yeah. Fire, fairy, lightning bolt for Gatorade. Okay.
Gatorade.
Okay. When you say
Fairy?
Gatorade, Thought says, "Ooh, nah, no Gatorade for me." But you know what I haven't had in a long time? A Mountain Dew.
Is that like when the rain hits the mountains?
No, it's a soda. It's a soda.
A beverage.
Some worlds the elves brew it. It's a type of carbonated wine. Gives you energy. But the let's see what we got here. Fire, fairy, lightning. Okay.
Victor says, you said this is a cantrip based. So I just perform the cantrip, or the frog just kind of shrugs. Oh no, on the door, I think. But you know, if it's not on the door, then that might set it off. I don't know.
Wait, you never saw your master do this to get in?
I mean, do you really pay attention to someone like using the keys? You know.
I mean, I think this is a little different than
When you
keys out.
get home, you stare at your keys.
I mean, you gotta make sure you get the right key.
Also, I mean, there's this ladder on the side. I don't know. I don't remember that being there. As he points to that, you hear flavor text. Rotting wooden beams support scaffolding, which groans and creaks with the slightest breeze from the lake. A series of ladders and platforms lead to a hole in the northwest wall of the 3rd floor.
Do we want to just do that, or do you want to try and open it, Victor? Do you have all these spells?
I mean, I don't have fairy spells.
Well, what are all the cantrips you know? Maybe it's not fairy, but it's something else.
He narrows his eyes at the frog. I mean, I know, I know fire bolts, the light spell. I am mage hand. This kind of looks like a hand, maybe. It's making okay. And true strike.
Oh, well, it doesn't sound like you have a lightning one anyways.
Or we just knock?
mean, someone is home, but there is a hole in the door. I mean, the wall. So, I mean, what happens if we don't get the combo right again?
Oh, some guardians get summoned. Probably them gargoyles.
I don't want to fight any more gargoyles.
Was it something
think
worse
Dane was
than a
due.
gargoyle? Might have been something worse than a gargoyle. You know, I never got to
Worse?
see. What was it? Was it a dragon? No, that's crazy. An Elfeshni? No, that seems a bit much. Was it the golems? No. They've used it. They were the ones that. Oh yeah, they were the elevator operators. All right. Nah, it's probably just gargoyles.
I guess we could just take the ladder.
Okay. Who would like to brave the ladder?
After what happened with Ez,
Um,
you want to go
wait,
climbing?
oh wait. Oh, hold on. I just I finally found disc number 9 of 23 of Curse of Strahd for Windows 95. Let me take you on a journey real quick. Ooh.
That's actually
It's pretty
pretty
nice.
good.
Listen.
That's
at the
better
scaff-
production quality.
Oh.
Oh shit!
Those are really high steps.
There you go. Look at that. 20 feet, 40 feet, 60 feet, right past a gargoyle. Look at that. It's got a drain pipe going up its asshole. You know it ain't happy about that.
All right, we can draw straws.
I mean, I'm
Hey,
not.
if
I
it's
can
if it's
climb that.
if it's climbing.
And Benios is like just a gift. He's just a gift to the world. So
Yeah.
talented. All right. Anyways,
I
there
mean,
you go.
Leo, we're not all, cowards. I think,
Whoa. You don't have an issue with, tall things that look really unsettling and looks like we could fall at any moment? I mean,
why would I have an issue with that? It's a ladder. You just go up it.
that is scaffolding. That is unsturdy building material.
As you say that, a stiff breeze comes across the lake, and the whole scaffolding structure just goes.
Yep. I'm not climbing that.
Yeah. Well done, Leo. Yes.
If you want, you can close your eyes and then Anne could throw you up.
Leo, this is so.
Throw me. No.
This is so
You can just go up
unsteady.
there and you can come down the elevator and open the front door.
You know when you're standing at the edge of a precipice and your toes curl up in your shoes because you're like, ooh, this isn't safe. You're doing that now just looking at the scaffolding.
Can we do that thought? Do you need to do the cantrips on the inside, or can you just open the door?
Oh, well, I imagine it'd be a bit tedious if you had to do it going both ways.
Yeah, that's what I
I
was thinking.
mean, 4 cantrips, that's it's 24 seconds. I mean, that's it's a lot of time out of your day to do it twice. Yeah.
Mhm.
You just call up to see if anybody's inside, anybody's home.
Oh,
Yeah, but what if
also,
they're not friendly? Like
oh,
almost everything we run into.
And you wanna, then we'll just.
well, there's definitely someone up there. Look, I can see lights.
Yeah, there is someone
And there's,
there.
as Brilliant Taylor pointed out, smoke. And where there's smoke, there's a pipe being smoked.
Yeah. I'm just, I don't mind going in there and just trying to open the door, but what if whoever's up there is, an enemy?
Oh, yeah, you don't want to split the party. Yeah. Well, we ain't gonna put that massive specimen of a Sheila over there on that scaffolding. No. He indicates the 2 hands.
But I don't think there's anyone else that could sneak up there, huh? So I guess I'll go.
Well, it's been an honor and a privilege serving with you in the last hour or so.
Oh, you're not gonna come? I
Thumbs up.
don't know the way inside.
Oh, well, you
You
saw
said
that
you would.
hole in the wall here. We can watch the fly through again. You can see, just so you can kind of verify. Here you go. Just pay closer attention this time. You're going to go in that hole on the 3rd floor. I'll let you know when that shows up on the video. Here you go. I'll be cheering you on from down here. Oh, we're almost there. Almost there. You're going to Donkey Kong your way up.
Oh, look, there's some narrow little slits.
Donk, 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 donk. And then you're going to go past this guy. Don't wake him up. And you're going to go up this ladder. If you see a hammer, you don't want to grab it. There it is. That's the hole you're going to go in.
Okay.
All right.
I hope I'll see you all soon. And Taylor will she'll hand thought to probably Robin
Okay.
and or Wayne. Wayne's good with. I mean, he's not really an animal, but he
Oh,
kind of.
and if there's an
You gotta-
elevator in there.
You gotta understand, Thought's on a very important mission, but he's only got like 4 hit points, so it's been a real rough time. So
No, I get it. It's
yeah.
it's not to worry about it. This
Yeah.
is
He had to use his fate points to survive being knocked out of the sky by the rock of Mount
Oh,
Cactus.
no.
So, yeah, it was a whole thing. So
we got to get him one of those. Oh wait, we need to get all of us one of those. We were told they were in the. Okay, we'll go. I'm going. All right, yeah, I'll start climbing up.
Okay. All right. Let's see.
okay, seems easy enough. I'm gonna need an athletics check and an acrobatics check from you. And after you've committed to them, I will ask you a very important question.
Okay.
Okay.
Do you want to succeed at a cost?
no. It'll be a different question.
All right, I'm going to start with acrobatics, so I feel
Mhm.
good.
All right. No problem.
Oh.
All right. Yeah. You think you'll be able to keep your balance?
All right.
Alright.
Man, guys, do you mind if I use one of the 3 inspirations I got us for the Sith
It's a re-
Lords?
it's-
Remember,
it's for rerolls.
the rerolls now. The rerolls now. You don't need
Oh,
them
okay.
until you need
Oh,
them.
okay. Yeah, I'd like to
so
do
you
that.
would need them. Yeah. Okay.
All right, I'll take away 1.
All right.
We're at 3 now.
All right. Much better. Much better. Okay. So how much do you and all your equipment weigh?
Oh, not much.
Okay.
So my equipment's 48
Uh-huh.
pounds. Taylor's very skinny
Mhm.
and limber.
Mhm.
Man, I didn't.
What,
Let
like
me look if I.
95, 100?
Yeah, I'd say she's in like the 90-pound girl range.
Okay. Okay. So we're looking at 130.
Yeah.
All right. No problem. You make it up to the 3rd floor. When you go past that one gargoyle, nothing happens because it's obviously just a statue.
Obviously.
Obviously. So let's see. Interior. Tower interior. Here we go. 3rd floor. Here we go. Okay. So you come in here. Now, this is misleading because for this cool effect, he's having you look down through the 4th floor, but the elevator is actually blocking this hole. So you can't actually see up through that hole. So you're coming in here and you see that there's a metal plate blocking
Okay.
the ceiling. However, I will still give you some flavor text.
All right, so time and the elements have all but destroyed this chamber, leaving a gash in the northwest wall and slimy black mildew on the walls.
The wooden floor is completely rotted and has begun to fall away in places. Looking up at the ceiling, you see similar signs of rot and decay, but it seems to be maintaining itself better.
Okay.
So there's also a situation here where there are 8 chains, and they seem to go up and down the full length of the tower, and in some way be associated with that metal plate. You heard him say something about an elevator.
No idea what that
Yeah,
is.
yeah, yeah.
Okay. Is there like stairs that like wrap around and go down, or is it just the whole?
It
It
is
goes down to the.
just, yeah, there's just a platform here, and then this elevator shaft that just plunges further down.
And it. So I'm 60 feet up.
Yeah, so if you peek down at the 2nd floor from the 3rd floor, you just get more of the same. So you would be like up on this ledge, kind of looking down at this floor. But you could
Okay.
climb the chains down to the bottom if you wanted, or you could climb the chains up to the metal plate that's blocking the ceiling and see if you could figure something out there.
When I look down to the bottom floor, do
Mhm.
I see like some kind of way to operate whatever these chains are?
Ooh, great question. Great question. So when you look all the way down, give me a perception check. It is hard to tell. You think there are very big men down there, like bald, naked men, just standing there, staring at the chains.
Okay.
Yeah.
Um.
I mean, you could, if you went down, like, to the next floor, you would definitely know for sure what the situation is.
All right. I guess I'll try and climb down to
Okay.
the next floor.
Alright, so give me an athletics to climb down the chains, or an acrobatics to hop down from the floor you're at to the floor below, kind of like, wall jumping off the chain as you go.
Yeah, I'd like to do the
Okay.
acrobatics.
Alright, yeah. So you hop down from the one area to the next, and as you look down, you see that it's not 4 big bald men, but it is 4 big bald men made of mud. So that's what you see. Like, you're up here on the sledge, staring down at these dudes. These dudes are
All right.
staring.
Thought said something about golems operating an elevator. I don't know what an elevator is, but there's a chance I've heard of golems. Can I see if I know what a golem
Yep.
is?
Give me an Arcana check. It could be
I'm not
intelligence
good at
or
these.
wisdom.
Ooh, can you add 4 to that, and
Yes.
it'll be wisdom.
All right. These might be the golems.
Hmm.
Hmm.
But if I wonder if they're hostile.
You do also see the door. It's off camera, but you do actually see the door.
And does the door just have like a door handle to open it up?
Let me see the situation on the door from the inside. Alright, so flagstone floor, strewn with debris, a few old crates, stand near the east wall, torn curtain to the south, partially obscures the tower's vestibule. Oh, I guess that's where the door would be in the partially obscured vestibule. Alright, there are 4 pulleys attached to a taut iron chains that stretch up through a hole in the rotten wood ceiling. Standing next to the chains are 4 tall gray statues. So you know where the door is, but because there's this curtain that's kind of concealing it a bit, you don't know the specifics of how it opens from the
Okay.
inside. Yep.
Do I feel like from where I'm at, can I make an acrobatics check to jump into that vestibule?
Oof. No, like using acrobatics to get down implies that you're basically like
I do
sliding
want
down,
to.
yeah, sliding
I
down the
do want to
walls and
use
stuff like that.
this feature
Mm-hmm.
to not take the fall damage.
Okay. If you can reduce it by what, 25 feet?
25
Yeah.
damage.
Oh yeah. That should be fine because you're only falling 20 feet. Okay.
Give me an acrobatics to just see if you would land prone or not. I mean, you wouldn't because you wouldn't take any damage from the fall. But all right. So yeah, you're gonna leap down to the vestibule. As you land, the statues do not animate or do anything.
Awesome. I'm gonna try and open the door.
All right. As you approach the door, an eyeball opens on the door, and it sees you approaching.
Oh shit.
Do you
Okay.
have like intent on your face to open the door?
Yeah.
Okay, reading the intent on your face, the door opens.
Oh, thank God.
All right, you guys outside, the door opens. Oh, look at that. She did it. All right. There we go. Oh, look at that. And all these years, they still don't have any genitals. They said it would be tacky if they, Anyways. I just feel like they're missing something, you know?
Yeah, close maybe.
Like, close your eyes, right? Picture what could have been. Hmm? Just picture it, you know? What could have been.
Oh my God.
Alas, not all ideas come to fruition. Even if you dream real hard. No, well.
Taylor will take thought from Wayne and say, so I think whatever the elevator is, it's at the top.
All right, so we gotta hit the call button. Come down.
So as we're like passing by the cart, is it like open or is it like one of those? You said it was like barrel top. So
Yeah, it's
does that have
barrel
like
top.
doors and things?
Yes. It does have a door on the back to get in. It seems like it would be used to store like cargo, and maybe a person could sleep in there if they wanted to.
Is it like a two-part door, like the top swings out, or is there like a porthole or something you can look out of?
Yes. Hold on, just a moment. Let's see. Under the layers of mud, this wagon. Let's see. Under the layers of mud, this wooden wagon sports plenty of wear and tear from its long journey. There is a brass lantern hanging from each corner. And you do see that there is a window on each side. And there is a steel padlock on the back door. So it's like a door that would swing open, but it's currently padlocked.
Is the padlock not the padlock? Is the window at such a height where Wayne could like peek in, or is it just like too tall?
Oh, yes. So when you go to peek in the window, you see that it is mostly empty, though there seems to be a few what looks like sacks and crates inside.
Okay.
All right. Do you want to try to get into it or leave it for now?
Leave it for now.
Okay.
If Wayne's recollection is correct, it's really only Taylor that has any kind of lockpicks, and she's in the tower right now. That's where the rest of the party's heading.
Okay, fair enough.
Crash, would you be alright if we refunded that fan inspiration? I just realized we had the Minodora inspiration that would be.
Oh,
would've
yeah,
had-
that's sure.
Alright, yeah, if you don't mind, go ahead and refund that. And I'll spend my Minodora.
So, you stand at the base of this elevator shaft with these four naked, cockless dudes that are just kind of waiting there, staring at the ground. What do you do?
How do we get it?
Yeah, look,
You said there's a call button.
looking at the chains,
Hmm.
does it look like there's like a pulley system?
Mm-hmm. Yep. It looks like the incredibly strong dudes each have to pull one of those chains to operate the elevator system.
Mm. Mm. And so
Uh,
put down the.
Also,
I mean, if this artwork's correct, it looks like the platform's down
well,
currently.
yeah, I
No,
mean,
it's
he
up.
didn't plan for every occasion.
Yeah.
In this instance,
Okay, my bad, my bad.
no worries, no worries. The elevator is currently up. Yep.
Okay.
Which means that all these chains that are dangling would actually be spooled on the ground right now.
Is there a way thought to make the golems pull the chains?
Well, I would assume we just ask them to.
Can you lower the elevator?
Yeah, they all animate and they fucking start to lower the elevator.
oh, that was
Oh,
easy.
that's very nice of them.
And that's where we will stop for the week. So with the elevator being lowered to find out who is at the top of the tower.
As they start, moving to the thing, and kisses her teeth in disappointment.
Ah, fair. Oh, I will say, as we're ending on this note, Victor looks concerned and confused. And if you were to ask him what's bothering him, he would say, "When I stepped through the front door, I lost all of my magic." And that's where we'll stop. All right. So,
There must
quick
be a chest with a
announcements.
flower inside of it.
Yeah.
Oh God!
Uh,
Open the check the crates.
Well done, well done. The door puzzle is kind of rough in a low magic game, but it is doable. It is doable. But you got yourselves in, which is good, and nobody died, which is even better. So, quick announcements. On vacation tomorrow and Saturday. That means there will not be a Pathfinder Outlaws of Alcastar high noon game on Saturday. Nor will there be a vodcast tomorrow night, unless Dom does one with a guest star or something. That's totally up to Dom.
I might use tomorrow night to do that recording that for the missing Cyberpunk episode.
Oh, nice, okay. So then Sunday we got Curse of Strahd Daybreak. Then we got Mythic Odyssey Sunday night. They're on the island of Typhon, doing some lava stuff.
Wait, they went back?
Yeah,
We
they
never
never actually went there.
No, we never went there. This is our first time there.
You're
Yeah.
right.
It's awkward because they kind of went there, but now they have to go there for something, and
It was awkward for Phil the first time they kind of went there. 'Cause he's like, "That's just familiar."
yeah. So now it's
Oh.
like a third time familiar. It's weird. Anyways, Monday we've got Outlaws Sunset. Tuesday Pathfinder Abomination Vaults, level 9 out of 10, baby. But still somehow on level 8 out of 10 of the dungeon. And it's been a trial. It has been a trial.
The
Can't
last
be.
book's
Yeah.
in the sword.
Oof. Yeah, it came in swinging. They're like every encounter +3. Sounds good. Sounds good. That's strong. That's strong design.
We're back to the second floor.
Yeah. And then we've got Cyberpunk as well. And then we've got Wednesday. We're gonna play some more Baldur's Gate. We left off on quite a cliffhanger, so I'm excited about that. And then Thursday we'll be back here. Anybody have any other announcements before we adjourn?
Prep and Call Cthulhu, Paper Chase adventure from the beginner book. I'm almost done prepping it. I got some people to play. Gonna start looking for more players for some other sessions of that here soon.
Nice.
So if you have ever been interested in Call of Cthulhu, this will be a good chance to learn it. It's an interesting skills-based system.
And partly inspired by Remy, and then also a lot of talk about Extra Life. I'm thinking about running a charity one shot for Cyberpunk, a spooky one for October, a spooky Cyberpunk one shot. Especially since
Okay.
Cyberpunk 2.0 just came out, so I'm feeling very cyberpunky right now. So I had some
Yeah.
inspiration for a spooky cyberpunk one shot that I might be
Me-
running.
Me too. I kissed my dirge on his bloody forehead, and I said, "I'm sorry, buddy. We're not gonna hang out for a long time." And I tucked him into bed, and I was like, I only have so much fucking free time, and I ain't gonna have 4 playthroughs of Baldur's Gate when I could play the Cyberpunk 2.0. So Dirge had to go to bed for a while. So,
Right.
man, very exciting. All right, cool. Oh yeah, and then of course Extra Life is coming up November 4th and 5th. We have 1 spot left for 25-hour marathon. We have 9 out of 10 players. Gonna be 2 DMs, 2 groups of 5. Somewhat of a competitive dungeon crawl experience. It's a very interesting and fun premise. And also, everyone's playing kobolds, and those kobolds can spontaneously explode. So it's going to be very, very exciting. If you are the kind of person that can endure 25 hours of Dungeons and Dragons, please hit me up on Discord. We have 1 spot available. If you're the kind of person that could maybe handle a couple of hours of Dungeons and Dragons, we definitely need people on the reserve list, because every year we got people that fall asleep at their computers or make themselves sick drinking too much caffeine, or get food poisoned off of food delivery, or any other number of maladies. So we will need people to step in if any of the main 10 players have to drop out. So if you want to help in any capacity at all, please hit me up on Discord. I got plenty of things that we need help with this year. So, all right. On that note, I hope everybody has a good night and a good weekend. And I'll see you around the Discord.
Ready. Take care.